There we go. Little less quiet. Okay, where is my... right here. Is there a baby wheezing? My poor dog. My poor baby and her COPD. Yes. What? Did I fucking... What the fuck? God damn it. Holy shit. I need to fucking clear this SD card. What the fuck? I'm doing okay. My eyes are still itchy, still consumed with never-ending suffering, but I'll get better once the weather wants to stop hurting me. This is my Nikon. I found so I found I need to clean out a flash. Fuck. I need to clean out an SD card that I have for my trip. And while I was looking over the pictures on it, I found that there were some pictures from a trip I took with my grandma. And I do, for those of you who don't know, which is most people, it's not something I do tremendously often, I like to do nature photography. I take very artsy still life photos. I don't like taking... I'm like every art student. I don't like taking photos of people. I just prefer taking nature photos. It's more fun. And when we were at the Arboretum in the cities, Minneapolis, there was this picture that I found on my SD card. Yeah. There is a notification in this chat. I'm looking right at it. But there's a... But I'm just finishing what I was saying. But I found this picture on my SD card, and hello. It's on the dock so that the people watching can see it. I'll post it in the chat here too. I found this picture in my fucking on my SD card. And I just thought, man, how pretty is that? And And this just happens to me every so often when I'll go through my old SD cards, is I'll find old pictures that I really like or that make me nostalgic, and then I'll draw things because I'm an artist and emotions, blah, whatever, who cares. It's okay, don't worry about it. Worry about it more. But for those of you at home, yes, I did take, because nobody's asked, but I'm sort of proud of them. Yes, I did take these photos myself. I like taking pictures of flowers and stuff. I'm a pretentious asshole. Who cares? No one cares. Not for my art, anyway. Thank you. Who else is here? It's a Boonslayer. Feel free to talk about your morning, TP. Why would you do this? I wake up at unreasonable hours and I don't wake up at 5 a.m. Oh yeah, that's right. TP is at the MomoCons. I don't want to be at MomoCon. I know that that's a common thing that the common men have. Damn it. How lost did you get? Jesus. Live your life as TP lives his life. I mean, it's a much sadder way of putting it, but yeah, I guess. I think so would most people. That's my big stack of references. Can't hear TP or Boone. Why does it keep doing this? Give me a second.
No, I could hear you, but the fucking...
There. Can you hear them
Okay.
now?
Please, because I'm gonna have to repeat my entire story.
Can everyone hear them now?
I hate the internet sometimes.
Yeah, okay. Can hear you now.
Okay, so now I have to repeat my entire story. Great. Okay, take it from the top. So I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning because I had A, stomach issues, and B, had a hard time sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Keaton made the comment that she does not wake up nearly that early, and fuck you. So I was up for an hour. After an hour or so, I decided to get off my ass and do something about it. So I went to a CVS and I got some antacid. I got some apple juice too because I like apple juice.
So do most reasonable human beings.
Yep. If you don't like apple juice, you're Satan. I mean, that's how things go, right?
I mean, traditionally.
Okay. So after that, I decided I wanted some food because I was hungry. So I got myself some Dunkin' Donuts, which, you know, is normal human food, so my daughter can't eat any. I made that joke before, but no one could hear it because he didn't know how to stream well.
Okay.
And then I got lost.
Here's the thing, you're not wrong, but this isn't her fault.
Let's get fucked. I can kick you both. I can kick you both right now. You'll never know how TP's story ends.
And then I got lost for like half an hour.
And thus we said the moral of the story was, live your life as TP does.
Lost and
alone.
confused.
So what's that?
Lost, confused, and alone.
Otherwise known as the way I live my life.
I mean, accurate.
Hey, listen. Okay? As long as my daughter is okay, I'm good. That is the consistent thing.
I've repeatedly made the joke in chats that I need to draw more avatar images of Iriel so that TP can add it to his waifu list.
See, here's the thing about that. Do I have to commission you for that?
TP, I'll fucking kill you. I have 30 fucking avatar poses to draw for you already. Don't do this to me.
Listen, you're getting paid.
I mean, yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So
free art.
So here, I want to put Master TP10 on blast publicly now that he's here and can't run away from it. This piece of shit. How dare you? How fucking dare you support my living and make me work for a living? How fucking dare? How dare you respect my artwork and want to pay me for it? What the fuck is the matter with you?
Hey, speaking of respecting your artwork and wanting to pay you for it,
I genuinely don't know why you or Loudon put up with my fucking shit. I made you wait so long, I still feel so bad.
Well,
A day will come where I don't feel bad and where I understand why I made you wait, but today's not that day.
is TP an IRL father? No, I am not. I am not quite a father. I am talking about a D&D character.
He's talking about a very good tiefling girl.
Yes. Music guitar is pass it on. Also, give her money. Also, give her money.
As for what was on the drawing docket for today,
Because that's also kind of important.
I wanted, I got an idea, just in my head last night, for, like, I don't know why, just something, I looked at that picture of those roses, and then I saw a picture of those, pink, yellow, and gray cockatiels, and just something fucking struck in my stupid lizard brain that went, pretty, draw that. And I'm like, okay. So I'm drawing an Avriel queen, I guess. For those of you who don't play D&D or know the extended race guide, like 99.9% of people, Avriel are a race of elves that have bird-like features. They're usually very tall and skinny, and they have hollow bones. They have wings. They also have
they're like Arakakra elves.
Yeah, they're like what would happen. They're like the dragonborn of Arakakra. They're somewhere in the middle between an Arakakra and a person. I specifically also, if I have time today, I do want to draw the meme Kenku at some point. Because I'm slowly developing a design for this hypothetical character. I'm going to play this character in something at some point. I have to. I have to play this fucking meme. Okay. So, Boone, I just had a fucking thought.
Wait, crash meme?
TP is the crash meme.
What's the crash meme?
It's the whoa meme.
Yes, Heaton, you had a thought other than Ray?
I just got this... I just got this mental image of, like, if he communicates, if this character that I've named Jeff, his name Jeff, if he communicates in memes, I just got the mental image of him communicating via, like, ear rape memes. So, like, instead of screaming, he does that, the ear rape version of the Windows power down sound. That's just the sound he makes when he is startled. Instead of just screeching.
Or like the Five Nights at Freddy's scream.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like Senior Palo.
Yeah, basically. Like Senor Pillow. Like, just any memes.
I'm just thinking just like the freaking.
No, his name Jeff. He can't only say my name Jeff. His name just Jeff.
Yeah. Okay. Now here's the dumb question. How would other people how would they talk? How would your characters talk if they were memes?
Well, the thing is Kenku. Okay, this is specific to Kenku because Kenku can't form original words. They can only repeat things that they've heard, so they're soundboards essentially, which makes them very interesting characters to play. So this character in particular, we just made Steven and I together have birthed this creature that can only that his soundboard is just internet memes.
But what if we had like
the internet which does not exist in Estrella or the Forgotten Realms
Exactly.
might exist in Laureate.
This bitch, I just got the mental image of him like throwing a smoke bomb or something. This bitch empty, yeet.
Yeet would probably still be something.
Hey Jeff, would you like to go in the dungeon?
Yeet.
Is that a yes or a no? I don't understand.
Yeet. Yeet.
Yeet.
And watch. Jeff would know how to dab.
Oh, absolutely. I don't care what any of you motherfuckers say. As far as I'm concerned, as long as I live, dabbing will never truly die because I still think dabbing's funny.
Okay,
Like
so
everybody at the rest of the party is sitting at a tavern. Jeff's over with two planking between two chairs.
Why are you like this?
My name's Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
okay.
Just
So,
this character that's comprised of like terrible references. Just something about this really kills me. I just love it. Something about it's so fucking stupid that I just can't. It just makes me so happy.
Okay,
You can do what I do and take the concept of a character who doesn't really have their own words and take it seriously. Make them a quest giver. And make them sick of your shit. Or you can do this.
Or you can just be a fucking meme.
I prefer my quest givers nice and
Small and pure.
and princesses.
Yeah. Heaton, you also like your quest givers small and pure and murderous.
Hadrian is a very good boy.
I prefer mine small, pure, and innocent.
Boone
Yeah,
told me
you're
what
probably not gonna. Yeah, you're probably not gonna get that in any campaign I ever run.
Boone specifically told me what he's doing with Boonken and Hadrian, and I hate him, and he's the worst. I'm not gonna give you Boonken and spoilers, but I hate him. He's the worst.
Speaking of which, have I given you I need to talk to you about some ideas, but should I just send you a message?
Yeah, DM me. I'll talk to you about it after the stream.
I'll message you before the end of the stream.
Okay.
Because I'm on my computer right now. I can just send it.
There's just something about like this concept that Steven introduced me to that just strikes a really strong chord with me, of like this character that speaks in references that nobody in his party understands.
I can picture an NPC going like, "What?" And then someone else in the party just goes, "Don't mind him, he's insane."
Not that.
So anyway.
I like the idea that he's like perfectly intelligent, or like even the idea of him being like a high int class. Like he's incredibly smart. He just communicates in these weird references that nobody gets. Like why? This is just how he talks. He's just very weird. Why do you communicate in this strange foreign tongue, you fucking weirdo? I also don't know why all of you motherfuckers keep making the planking joke when he would obviously be owling because he is a fucking bird.
True. By the way, I feel retarded. I was originally not gonna join the stream because I'm like, shit, I'm like tons behind on Boon Cannon. Then I open up the project, it's like, oh no, I'm not. Yeah, and everything's just okay.
I'm glad. It was good. You did a good job. You should feel proud. You did a very good job. Lunar sent me something that he did, and it was very good.
Heaton, why do I torment my characters?
Because you don't have the balls to self-harm.
True.
I know that's why I do it. I genuinely believe that. I had a conversation with my therapist about that. I genuinely believe that's the case. That's why I'm, like, so horrendously cruel to the characters I create, is because it's a form of self-harm, and I don't have to physically hurt myself.
Yeah. Part of it in my case, it's like, this is good for the story, and I know where I'm going with this later. Like, it's going to...
It's one of the things I deeply enjoy about your work, is that despite the fact that you are a horrible, irredeemable monster, at least there's method to your horrible cruelty.
Mm-hmm.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Because when I was explaining the Hadrian thing, it's like, okay, so that's the thing that's happening. Now here's where that's going.
My exact words were that I had to take custody away from him because he could not be trusted with the happiness and safety of this child. This very good boy.
I think legitimately there would be an actual challenge on my part to create a character whose life and or childhood was not a miserable hell.
I have the benefit that most of my characters, I try and avoid, like, I mean, okay, I'm a personal believer that the harder you try and avoid tropes, the deeper you'll fall into tropes. So, like, if you write a trope, don't, like, hate yourself for an eternity. You're not a hack. Everyone does it. That's why they exist.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I try and avoid some of the more common ones for varying reasons. So, like, most of my characters, for example, have parents. Like, 99.9% of my characters have parents, or their parents died of, like, like Jeff, for example. Jeff's parents didn't die a tragic death. He's just 45. His parents died of natural causes. They were old. They had him when they were older. They had him later in life, and so they were older, and they just died of natural causes. There was no traumatic backstory for it. He had a very normal relationship with his father for somebody who came out at that time. Like, it wasn't... His dad didn't hate him, but he didn't really accept him either. you didn't really understand. It's just stuff like that.
Mhm.
Because I think that's more interesting. Taking away a character's support system kind of cripples some things you can do with them later on, so I try not to do that.
And in my case, it's like, well, sometimes that's the right thing to do, sometimes that's not.
Yeah. It just completely depends on the type of story you want to tell, really. At least I think so. It's a Marwan. Hello, Marwan.
Because, like, for instance, Takeo, no parental issues there.
No. We just ruined his life in a completely different way, because Boone's a terrible
Right.
human.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't emulate what happened to Psychomantis. Which is, oh, that's totally not a thing I did. What are you talking about? His backstory's totally not a Metal Gear reference.
If you say something is not a Metal Gear reference, even if people don't know Metal Gear, they'll know you're lying.
Yeah. 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 It is. It's a Metal Gear reference. It's a reference to Psychomantis. The fact that he the fact that he accidentally burned down his village is a reference to Psychomantis.
Yeah, that was also the original backstory of Chandra the Lar, by the way.
Any tropes that you hate or love? Marwan says, the reason you suck speech, complete monster tend to be favorites. I'm a very big fan of the reason you suck. It's very cathartic in certain cases. My favorite instance of that will forever be in DA2. When Anders talks shit after you've married Meryl, and he's talks straight to your face about how shitty a person Meryl is. And you can just look him dead in the face and tell him to go fuck himself. It makes me so happy. So I like... There's a couple of tropes I really like. I'm a big fan of, like... I like the grizzled detective and the dad mentor character. I'm always a sucker for that. Stuff like Hiko Seijiro and Captain Bravo, like that kind of deal. I love that shit. I don't fucking know why. I just think it's always really cool. I think the mentor character is always really cool. It's why Aizawa is one of my favorite characters in Hiroaka.
Macadamia?
Yeah. I like, but I hate, something that I've always hated. I hate the, like this happens in, rom-com anime a lot. I hate when it's like, if they had just fucking talked. Had these two people just fucking communicated, this entire conflict would have been resolved. A ton of people have cited, like, Durarara as an example of that, and I don't think that's true. I think that they had plenty of reasons not to tell each other.
Otherwise known as something that happens in regular rom-coms, too, that's so fucking annoying and is why I hate most rom-coms.
Yeah, I hate, like, if the problem can just be solved with communicating with another person. Because, like, and I've heard people go, like, oh, well, it's true to life. It's like, yeah, I hate that. I hate that in real life. Like, had you just talked to me, and had we just communicated, then we wouldn't be having this issue if you hadn't made wild assumptions about me based on nothing. Like, I hate that. It's the worst. It's the worst situation. It's just irritating. I'm also,
And you would think that if people write it into these fucking bullshit stories, that people would just, be like, I shouldn't make wild assumptions about people. I should communicate and figure out what the fuck.
also a big fan of the good old backslide into insanity. That's always a good one. I'm a big fan of, like, I've said this before, I don't really like, I mean, I like ironically. I like your cheesy guts and gore B-movie horror fests. I like stuff like that. But stuff like I had a conversation with somebody in DMs on on Tumblr about this. I don't consider, for example, I don't think that Bendy and the Ink Machine is a horror game. Like, it's, as far as I'm concerned, it's not. Like, there's nothing scary about it.
I don't know. Remember that one time I played it and cried?
I think
What are we
it's...
talking about?
I'm talking about Bendy and the Ink
When did
Machine.
everyone else come in here?
Because we're all ninjas.
Everybody joins my streams.
When did everyone come in here? I was gone for
I just popped in. Also, what game? I didn't hear. I'm sorry.
Bendy and the
Bendy.
Ink
I'm
Machine.
tired.
Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Thank you.
I consider that to be more of like an... I don't want to say a walking simulator, but like a dark action adventure. Like, it's not framed like a horror game. It's not really treated like a horror game.
It's framed more like a short story you're reading. Except
Yeah.
you're playing it.
Yeah, that's a very good way of putting that, actually, Yuki.
Yeah. It has more. This goes back to a good Red Angel video that everyone should watch because Red Angel is good and smart and she is fantastic. It was horror elements versus horror themes or something like that. It was like games that use horror elements, like say BioShock, versus actual horror games like Silent Hill, things like that.
Yeah. Like, I don't like things like that usually. Like, it's part of why I don't like stuff like Tokyo Ghoul. Is mainly because I just think, like, I think if you're gonna horror, just fucking horror. Like, don't
Don't be a chicken.
Yeah, it's if you're
Go
gonna.
ahead. Figure go home.
I talked to Red and I talk about this at length in the first episode of our podcast, Authorial Intent, which I'm totally editing. That's not a meme, I actually am. But I talked about it at length, and I said one of the biggest pet peeves I have about people who write, like, horror or work with dark... Yeah, don't pussyfoot around with it, either do it or don't. Like, I don't... Like, stuff like Tokyo Ghoul, I hate, because just commit. Like, either your characters are traumatized, terrible monsters, or they're not. Like, I keep talking about Ajin because, like, even if you don't like Ajin, like, as a whole, Ajin at least commits to its premise. How does the character get stronger? He kills himself repeatedly. How do battles between people who can't die continue? Well, every time they get injured, they blow their brains out and start over. Like it has a... Bless you. It has a tone, and it sticks to it, like, strongly. And I love that. I love that it actually committed to the tone that it set and to the premise that it created, and it made it a focal point of the series, unlike what Tokyo Ghoul did, where I think the most brutal thing that ever happens in Tokyo Ghoul is when the gourmet eats himself. in like the first couple of episodes. This is when the gourmet eats himself. I think is like the most brutal thing, and then they never talk about it again.
This is part. This is part of the reason I was decently selective with who I let into Arakashi.
Yeah, it's almost like Boone and I like very grisly psychological horror themes.
Yeah, there's already been at least one instance of body horror in Arakashi.
I love me some body horror.
Body horror can go no. It can screw up.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's a shame you didn't fail that sanity check then.
I know exactly what it would have been. I know exactly what it would have been.
Don't.
And I'm almost upset
say...
And I'm upset that it didn't.
My toes are curling. Ugh.
Wants to traumatize.
There's a reason I didn't finish watching The Fly from the 1980s. The practical effects are too good still. No thank.
Ugh.
Okay, so I have an idea.
Hmm?
Everybody eats me.
Wait,
Everyone eats a donut. Everyone eat a donut.
wait, TP, aren't you at the Con of Moe's?
The
That
Mo-
sounds awfully racist.
The con for Moe's.
It's
The
just a
con,
bunch-
the con of multiple no's.
Only Moe's allowed.
Only
At
the
least two.
no
There
Mo.
are-
The Moe's
there-
only events. Get Mo or get out.
But you're a TP, not a Mo.
He's not he's not a Mo, he's a me.
I'm not
He's
a
a
Mo,
me.
I'm a me. Oh my fucking! I hate you.
I swear to God, I am now having issues with me, not Mimi, but just me being used as a name for reasons of certain 4-part television episodes that I recently watched that I'm going to review at some point in the future.
I don't
Personally, I
get
like
it.
Tokyo Ghoul, but the thing is, I liked the manga of the series. The anime, well, I don't want to go and start going on a ramble, but I say they didn't live up to the manga. Yeah, Dead Man 1, thank you. Cosmo, oh my god. Thank you? Yes. Yes? Yes. Also, I have seen Another, and I really liked Another. But, thank you for bringing up Dead Man Wonderland. Because I actually have the complete opposite opinion. The fucking anime ended exactly where it should have ended, and the manga got really fucking stupid past the escape. Like, past the ending of... past where the point of the anime ends. Past that, it gets really stupid, and they lose the plot, and the premise gets dumb, and they turn it into a shonen action series, and it stops being as dark and brutal as it was. So I actually completely disagree, but I also really love Tokyo Ghoul. Dead Man Wonderland. I've cosplayed, I can't think of his name. I want to say Genji, and that's wrong. What the fuck is his name? Also, I agree, Devilman Crybaby is a better Tokyo Ghoul than Tokyo Ghoul.
When I was feeling super lonely last night, I was just browsing Netflix and I didn't want to have to deal with Hulu because I really wanted to watch Sailor Moon. But then I settled for Yu-Gi-Oh! And I saw Devilman Crybaby there, and I'm like, I want to watch this at some point.
Nagi.
Not tonight. I'm just gonna watch my cheesy Yu-Gi-Oh! And then go to bed.
I cosplayed Nagi. Nagi Kengamine, i.e. the best character in Dead Man Wonderland. And the character who
Brooke?
deserved it the least.
Brooke, I'm not gonna lie. That is a pretty good. That is a pretty good thing to binge. Too bad it's not gonna help you with actually playing.
You don't know that? Put my heart in the cards, man. I'll win every
That's not how that
time.
works. That's not
Unless-
how that works.
Shut
Don't-
up, Boone!
That is.
if you watch the most recent episode of Game Nights, you will know that that things like praying to the Lords of Chaos for luck don't work. It was scientifically disproven by the professor on Game Nights.
Look, okay, I know the heart of the cards is complete BS, but that doesn't stop my heart from wanting to believe in it anyway.
Don't expect to top deck. The game hates you.
Okay, so here's how
I do the same thing in Magic. Sorry, Tony.
Oh, no one. Oh.
You don't
Well,
hope.
do you win in Magic?
Yeah, how often do you win with that strategy?
I don't get to play often.
Well, that's why you believe in the heart of the cards. Magic doesn't have that.
Well, I'm sorry if I need a little hope after I keep getting mana flooded or mana screwed.
See, that's the problem. This heart of the cards, Lord, Gods of Chaos bullshit.
See, there's heart of the cards, and then there's Magic, which wants to tell you to fuck off.
Look, I'm just memeing.
Believe in the
I
heart of the
just-
planeswalkers, and by that I mean do it your fucking self.
I just really love the cheesiness of that about the original Yu-Gi-Oh. But
No.
don't.
It's cheesy, and that's fine. I have no problem with that. I'm just saying,
I don't
it's
know
not
what
going
you're
to help you win any card games.
I don't know what you're talking about, TP. I always find it useful to attack the moon, which is an actual card.
If we can win with the power of friendship, pulls Karibo, friendship can suck my ass.
There is actually there is a card that I would like to note that you play Yu-Gi-Oh! Friendship. It doesn't help you actually win. It just evens out the duel if you're behind.
And if you have a card in your hand and show it to them, it forces them to agree.
I think that it's...
Yes, I would like to note that the official ruling on Yu-Gi-Oh! Friendship, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Friendship requires you to offer your opponent a handshake, and you get the effect if they accept the handshake, but it has a card that makes them accept the handshake. The ruling is they do not have to actually shake your hand, they only have to accept the concept of shaking your hand.
So you just have to go yes? Yes, okay?
Yes,
Okay. Fucking card games are dumb.
the physical handshake is not required for Yu-Gi-Oh! Friendship.
I disagree.
It's also because it's the only. If I'm not
I
mistaken,
disagree too.
Let me
Like-
explain why that is. There's actually a reason. As you know, people in Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments are scumbags. So,
Wow.
I mean, they're all
where's the
doing it for
lie?
personal gain.
So a lot of these scumbags, they would like purposely like make their hands like really dirty or something, or do something where you wouldn't want to shake their hand. So if they play Yu-Gi-Oh! Friendship and Unity, if you had to actually shake their hand, then it becomes you either shake their hand or forfeit the duel, and they would make it to where shaking their hand would be considered a negative.
You take that handshake. You don't be a fucking pussy. Unless they have fucking thumbtacks strapped to their fingers. You shake their
The only
motherfucking hand.
Yeah. Some people would do that.
What the fuck is wrong with your community? What the No, look.
To be fair, if
No!
there were a card like that in Magic, if there were a card like that in Magic, yeah, people would do that too. Other tactics may include smearing your hand with shit,
I was about to say, there is
Yeah.
no to be fair. No, there's no excuse for this.
As I said, scumbags exist. That is why cards have to be ruled in that fashion.
Why the fuck? People are bad people. I'm disappointed.
You have to make a ruling where you don't have to actually touch somebody.
Because people are
Oh my-
fucking dirtbags.
I'm just a teeny dirtbag baby.
Like, I love...
What
I
if
love-
somebody wasn't a scumbag?
that we wouldn't need these rules.
Yeah, if somebody's not scumbag, then the card works as intended, and you can actually do a physical handshake. You could literally, literally, it would be legal to say, I would shake your hand if not for the fact that it was fucking disgusting, or I would shake your hand if not for the fact that there's a spike in the middle.
I would shake your hand not for the fact that you stabbed it when you were trying to grab money.
I would
Why
shake
did
your hand if not for the fact that I don't want to get hepatitis.
You see, mine was an actual Yu-Gi-Oh reference. Fuck you.
You don't know, his could have been too. We don't know where Joey's hands have been.
My reference was from the first chapter of the manga.
Praying for his sister to get better.
Oh.
That's where his hands have been.
That got really wholesome.
He's the wholesome boy, and I love the Dub's accent. I can't.
I don't know where
Tristan,
Joey's hands
until
have
they
been
changed
praying for his sister.
Dumb
Oh.
as heck.
Well,
Tristan's original voice actor is so dopey sounding, and I hate it, and I'm glad that they changed it.
If
He's
I-
Yusei
if I-
Fudo.
If I can make a comment, if I can make a quick comment,
You say it's the best
I
one.
still really love Yu-Gi-Oh! Rich.
Same though.
By the way, I found a video, top 10 worst card texts in Yu-Gi-Oh! The number 10 segment is bad. Cause like the way they first of all, the way they phrase it in their intro, they're talking about like the text being bad, not the effect itself being confusing. Which, you know,
But that's
That
what
doesn't
that's what I got from the title of the video, like hard text that's confusing.
no. He's talking about the text itself, like he's like half the time it's like I think there might have been a better way to word this, and I'm like, no, there's not, because there's lots of inner rules that make it to where it has to be worded like that.
I mean, let's be clear. Just because something can't be worded better does not mean the wording is necessarily can't be fucked.
Yeah, like his reason for his number one is like just because it's long. And it's like so basically you can't activate the number of effects more than the number of monster types on the field. Okay, why didn't it just say that? It's like, because it has to prevent the activation and it has to count things. Therefore, it has to say that it's counting things and say that it's preventing activations. Yeah, it actually has to say that, and it has to have the parentheses stuff and everything. Like,
Do you
he
like
also
drag-
like brings up the old wording of five-headed dragon. And let me. And now, if I were to pull this up, the elements of the original wording. Let me just grab the errata here.
But Boone.
The errata page.
There's somebody in my chat who needs your assistance. Your extensive Yu-Gi-Oh knowledge. You need to help us out here for a split second before you get on this.
Mm-hmm.
What does Pot of Greed do?
Well, I'm glad you
Nothing,
asked.
because it's banned.
Yes, that is the answer. It doesn't do anything because it's banned. You can't play it.
Really?
Pot of Greed.
When did Pot
Oh,
of
yeah.
Greed get banned?
It's banned. It's 2 extra
It-
cards in your hand.
It's
For
been
free.
banned for, it's been banned for like I think 15 years.
But that's all it does, is it lets you just draw 2 cards.
Yeah, with
You know how
no
you-
You
cost.
draw into your combo.
It's 2 cards with no cost in any deck. Broken.
It's just 2.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you know how much 2 cards can be?
2 cards?
Let me. Okay. The fixed version of Pot of Greed is Pot of Desires, which makes you banish the top 10 cards of your deck face down in order to draw 2 cards.
That's
I don't want to do
ridiculous.
that.
That's
I
a
don't-
little too much.
That's too much.
It's too much.
Why the fuck would you
Pot
ever
of
use that?
Avarice was too powerful.
Why the fuck would you ever use that card?
Because drawing 2 cards is really powerful in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because one of the main actual resources in the game is your hand. Trading 1 card in your hand for 2 cards, for 2 different cards in your hand, playing Pot of Greed. Okay, playing Upstart Goblin, which is draw 1, your opponent gains 1,000 life points. That's like having 37 cards in your deck. Which is really fucking powerful.
Didn't they like at least limit it so that you only could have 1?
Mm-hmm. Yes, they did, because that's really fucking powerful. Pot of Greed, if you have 1 copy of that in your deck, that's like having 38. That's like having basically only 38 cards in your deck. If you have 3 copies of that in your deck, that's like having 34 cards in your deck instead of 40.
Look what you've gone and done. We were trying to jokingly divert him off of the tangent he was on, and we just put him on a new one. Look what you've gone and done.
It's not my fault. You're like, why is it banned? It draws 2 cards.
You need to not to mention Exodia decks thrive on drawing cards.
Mhm.
And you like being able to draw 2 immediately with no cost.
Yep, that's the problem. There's absolutely no cost attached to it.
Not to mention
There's no condition or anything.
at least if something like Upstart Goblin, like there's no like you're not going to worry about life point costs, but at the same time,
At least it is a thing that has the capability of mattering.
yes.
This is why we don't talk card games in this stream when Boone's here. It's for this exact reason.
Hey, in fairness, Boone's not the only one ranting about how Pot of Greed is one of the most powerful things in the existence of Yu-Gi-Oh! I always said one of the most powerful things in existence.
No, we're going with that. Most powerful thing in existence. Pot of Greed.
Accurate. Not really all that inaccurate though. I would like to remind everyone that for the longest time in Magic's modern format, actually one of the cards that's banned in Legacy is a blue spell that costs 1 and lets you draw 3 cards.
But that's magic.
That's-
No one cares.
No, actually Magic has more players than Yu-Gi-Oh!
What the fuck?
Yeah! It's almost like it's been around for 25 years.
Magic is the OG.
Yeah.
Oh, Boone! Speaking of Magic, did you hear the news?
That they're going back to Ravnica?
No. Did you hear the news about our boy?
Oh, about the quartering?
Yes.
I did not hear the news.
What
What is
happened?
the news about?
The news is that he is, like, massively down and might lose his channel.
Oh, that's not surprising.
Yeah, it's almost like... And everyone in the chats was talking about, like, similar cases of, like... They're like, he's saying something unpopular, so it's like, he's being a massive cunt. It's about time that he got his fucking wrist smacked for being a massive cunt. Like, look at what you've done. This is
Wait,
on you.
What's new about him, like, almost losing his channel?
Somebody posted a video that he posted about him bitching about, like, I'm losing my shit. I didn't see the video itself. I was doing something at the time. It's
Okay,
in
if you find a link to it, send it to me. It might not be anything new.
The cord ring.
Bitching about it.
Unslaved media. Somebody asked who we were talking about.
Because, like, here's the thing. Did I not, in my video, say that his channel was dying? That he had a dying channel, and that his secondary channel was slowly becoming his main channel.
It's
And that
almost
if
like
he really wants people to, and that he should mostly focus on other things if he wants people to, boycott Magic. He should also boycott Magic.
it's almost like he's a dumpster fire.
Mm-hmm. See, here's the thing.
No, I'm not.
Even if I don't agree with Total Biscuit boycotting Sega, I can respect the fact that he sticks to his guns on that. He doesn't talk about Sega. And if anything relevant regarding Sega comes up, he says, I'm not going to talk about it because my boycott still continues. It's like,
Found the link,
yes,
sent
I
it
am
to you.
going to acknowledge that this happened, but that's pretty much what you're going to get from me. Because I have my reasons for not covering their shit. Jeremy is not mature enough to do that.
No, agreed. Having
Oof.
seen the garbage he pretends is content. Agreed. I think that as well, like, a lot of people have talked about stuff like, I think the best thing I've heard in regards to stuff like this was I was watching, Hot Ones with Joji some time ago, and they were talking to him about Filthy Frank, and they were talking about how amazing Filthy Frank as a concept is when you sit down and think about it, because it's something that's been consistently maligned by YouTube, but is one of the most popular things on YouTube. Like, everybody knows Papa Franco to some extent.
And here's the thing. I'm not gonna like shit on somebody for just having a different opinion. You can have whatever different opinion you fucking want. That's not a reason for someone. That's like, I would never deplatform. I would never say that somebody deserves to get deplatformed for having an opinion or having a viewpoint. When you make slanderous claims against people, though, that's a point where you're starting to do something that gets you deplatformed.
Children,
Like, for instance, Heaton is wrong because she doesn't realize how broken pot of greed is.
delete my channel.
No, that's not something. But if Heaton were like to say, Boone diddles 5-year-olds.
Boone puts
Don't do
cats in a...
that. Not good.
No, I already made my slanderous claim. Boone puts cats in a hydraulic press.
Right. He makes that slanderous claim and like stands by it. It's like, here's my proof, and it's like a Photoshop picture of me next to a hydraulic press, and there's a cat.
I need to draw that now. I need to draw a picture of you hawking cats into a hydraulic press. It's just becoming a stupid meme now.
Or some shit. Or if it's like, or if your proof is Boone knew somebody who, or if it's like, oh Boone knows this person who put cats into hydraulic presses, therefore he was complacent and knew that they were doing it the entire time. If your proof is that I knew someone else that did it, or something, or some shit like that, that's slander. That's like actual slander. It's not surprising at that point that he got pulled from Patreon, and that he might be getting pulled from YouTube. I don't think it's actually going to go that far. I don't think he's actually going to straight up get pulled from YouTube. But again, his main channel's slowly dying for a reason.
I'm still laughing my ass off that he fucking deleted that tweet. That cracks me up to this fucking moment.
The one where he like calls out my video?
No, that one's still up. I have a screenshot of it, so I still have the screenshot of this tweet. But I was going through his Twitter after the video came out, and somebody said something to him along the lines of like subscriber count doesn't matter. Like the fact that because he was like, oh, this kid with all these little sub numbers coming after one of the big boys, whatever, something stupid like that. And somebody responded to him.
Which is weird, considering Boone is like 30.
Yeah. But somebody said something to the effect of like, sub numbers don't matter, like you can still be wrong, or something like that. Let me see. Actually, again, I still have the tweet. Where the fuck is my phone?
Yeah, like if he wants to use like if he wants to use the size of his fan base as a shield, yeah, Tulare Community College, and they're like 3 to 4 times his size, at least. Ha!
It's almost like.
Therefore, you cannot be correct in that situation, because
it's almost like argumentium ad populum is kind of fucking ridiculous.
It's almost like that. Mm-hmm. Is it past all the
I have
pictures?
also criticized Tulare Community College, by the way.
It's not
he released
past all
a
my
video.
pictures.
I told him on Twitter, hey, this video felt like an advertisement for this, and this reason. He's like, and you know what he said?
Oh, here it is.
Thank you for the criticism. I'll be sure to keep this in mind in the future.
Oh yeah, here. It's the person responding to him said, how about you address his points instead of flaunting your sub numbers as if they mean anything? And then in response he says, as if subscribers mean anything, lol, rip.
Oh, so this would be his newest video. Thinking about burying me. First of all, can I just say that the previous bearing off of YouTube issue, where it was because he was using a copyrighted character as his avatar, and the company decided that they didn't like that. I don't even think it was copyright. I think it was actually trademark, but
whatever, one or the other.
Here's the thing. Everybody else was like, this is unfair to Bearing. It's like, and I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's fucking not. That's not his character. If they want to claim it, then they can. I think they could have been less of dicks about it, yeah. But it's not like they're doing anything that's outside of their rights.
I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think this is pretty important. So, I'm using quotation marks because it's technically just a fusion, OC counts.
I don't think so, because I think what you would count. I think that what you've created, I think Mimi Maleficent in and of itself is a. I think that's actually a really good example of fair use because you've remixed the two original things into something different.
Mm-hmm. Because the thing is, when we look at the requirements for fair use, number one, seriously, we need to look at the fair use requirements. By the way, Baron could have gone to court to fight that if he really wanted to, because he's doing something. But there was no reason for him to use that character, really. But 4 factors. The purpose and character of your use. The purpose and character of your use is kind of a different character. Is to have this different character that is inspired by these 2 existing characters. You're wearing the inspiration on your sleeve, and that's fine. The nature of the copyrighted work, their animation, in your YouTube videos, that could be something where they say that. Here's the thing, though. The amount and substantiality of the portion taken. You are not taking the full physical design of both characters. You're taking parts from one, parts from the other, etc., and adding things that weren't part of either, as well.
And bibbity bobbity boom, bitch.
The effect of the use upon the potential market, which in part talks about.
Like, is your remixed version taking money away from their business?
Yeah.
No. If anything, I'd want more support for Toei and Disney.
Exactly.
So no.
And it's not likely that people would look at your stuff and be like, basically part of that is also like, if they're watching your stuff, do they no longer have reason to buy the original product? And the answer is no, because you're not doing anything that replaces the original product.
No. Most of my videos talk about Pokemon anyway, so.
Mm-hmm. That's part of the reason I honestly feel like Baron could have taken it to court if he wanted to.
Wasn't he also claiming the character as also 100% his when that clearly wasn't the case?
That's another issue with like him selling merchandise. That's the point where it's like, no, you actually are affecting the market now.
Well, it depends also what was on the merchandise.
If I'm not
the
mistaken,
character that he didn't own.
Yeah, then, yeah. It's basically like flea market goods at that point.
You see, I wouldn't ever want to necessarily make merchandise, and even then, not.
See, that's just it. You would be able to though, because your character, in your case, it's derivative enough.
And even then, I'm not. I wouldn't be super keen on making it anyways.
Wouldn't want to if he could. Even though he could, he doesn't want to, is what he's saying.
The other thing is with TP's logo, it's actually a font from Disney, so...
So if I want to use the font, if I want to sell the font, yeah, that would be a problem, but I'm not selling the font. Am I?
No. Well, you're not...
If I want to create...
Baron got shut down the first time really because of his merchandise.
Yes. I'm not. If I was selling the font, that would be more of an issue. But I'd also try. If I was to try and sell, I'd be trying to make a more original font because I don't want to sell.
Kind of like with Caden, because both me and Blaze made it sure it was unique enough and it didn't resemble too much of anything. else, you know?
In fairness, right now I can afford making it look a little bit more like Disney because, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Disney.
Disney World.
Disney World.
Disney World.
And part of the thing about that as well is like it's also whether or not you're using the exact font or if you're using like something created that has similarities and it's because you want to have something similar to Disney.
This is the thing, though. There is several font websites, and I know the one TP used to get his because I have the same font on my computer now. And that website does specifically tell you if you can use it for commercial use, personal use, or you are not allowed to use it or resell it at all. They have a little symbol next to each one saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
you can use this." That's why I downloaded a Digital Ties font as well. His is free for everything, so he could use it on a t-shirt if he wants to.
Could I use mine on a t-shirt?
I don't
Because
know.
you know which one I used.
Yeah. Yours, I believe, was free for personal use, so all your personal projects you use it for and everything, totally fine.
Just not for commercial use. That's fine.
I think I need to watch this quartering video just to see how bad it is.
You know,
Potential
Big Mac has
material.
the point. Big Matt's OC is wearing a Gudra hoodie. I mean, this is how I see it. If you're doing limited print or you're doing a print just for yourself on a t-shirt, it is totally fine because you are not messing with the market or anything. But
No,
if
you're
you
not
start
selling that.
tons and tons and tons of them, people want to buy them, then you're messing with the original company's market. They take your design and you resell it and you get some of the profits or something like that.
I would have
As of
said
right
at
now,
the
it's
like
probably sold 20, so
I was gonna say at that point, I would say if it hits 50, I would have just been like, "Ayo, apparently people really want these. Do you want to sell these and just give me some of the royalty anyway?"
pretty much that's how it goes.
Yeah,
Not
I
all
would have.
companies are chill like that, though, so
Like my OC would probably be okay on a shirt because my outfit, it's not like it's actually just a Miss Magius on a shirt. It's just the design alludes to it, so I would probably be okay, but probably not going to do that. So
Even then, you have a design for your OC that isn't
The
an
Miss
Magius
Magius.
outfit.
yeah.
Yeah,
Would be a lot more, which would probably be a lot more if you were to sell that more.
Yeah, but I look real cute in my witch outfit.
Oh no, you totally do. But if you're gonna sell one, like you're actually going to sell a product and not have like a limited use, though not as admittedly not as cute, but whatever design will probably be the one that have to work.
By the way, I still have that tab up on my phone from when we did Quiplash a long time ago, so we could probably get that. Please give me money, I am broke, or whatever, with that badly drawn picture of Mimi Maleficent on it.
fair
So we can
change.
turn that into a shirt.
Fair change, ma'am.
Wait, okay. You mean the I need to look at my computer. Are you
Please love
talking
me
about-
and buy my art. I'm a sellout, or something like that.
I'm a sell. Please love me and buy my art. That is my favorite shirt. I am not joking.
If that tab still works, I can send it to you and you can buy the shirt.
Please check because I want to. Because if that shirt can actually exist,
boonslayer.spreadshirt.com. Buy my merch, you capitalist marks.
yes, pretty much. I like how this entire thing started. It's us talking about fucking pot of greed and just devolved into this.
Devolved into a conversation about copyright. Welcome to my streams where everyone's dumb and the points don't matter.
Your art is good. I'm sorry if I haven't focused on it a lot. I couldn't see the stream for quite a bit.
No, it's okay.
What are you drawing?
I just had this random idea for like an Avriel royalty that I wanted to draw that just popped in my head last night, and I woke up this morning and was like, I want to draw something on stream, and then my brain went, do that, and I'm like, okay.
They're so
All right.
pretty.
All right. Okay. Make her friend Safario. Please.
Yeah, probably. She would be, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah, I just woke
That's
up
the-
today.
That's the police. They're coming to pick me up.
God damn it.
I knew you did it, TP. Of course.
Oh shit.
I just realized.
Please let it be in this list. Please let it be in this list.
Is it? No,
I mean,
feel-
if it's not on your list, Ryan potentially could, but you'd have to ask. I'd have to ask him about it. 'Cause-
Alright, I just watched the bearing video.
How is it?
The ordering video.
It's not here. I'm so upset.
Yeah,
Is it-
it's not about quartering supposedly dying.
Damn it.
It's about Baring getting his channel terminated, and it's literally the most clickbaity thing.
So it's
not really.
unbearable.
Well, not really. It's
You can
not
get out of my
really
stream.
clickbait. He does say something about the situation, but it's literally just this happened. I don't know why. I'm looking into it. It's like, good, great.
Anyone near me?
Top keck,
no.
Jeremy.
I'm gonna have to be quiet.
Top keck, Jeremy. Good job. Good to see that nothing's changed.
It feels weird now.
What feels weird?
I woke up this morning and there's a diploma sitting on my dresser.
You know what's weird?
Let's.
You know what's weird? Having sat in here for an hour.
Let's just take a look at how many of Jeremy's videos on the quartering, by the way, have the letters SJW.
Good lord.
Do you have the book 1984 in here?
Probably
From the
probably
past-
more than a dozen.
From the past week. Okay, he released 10 videos before we get to 2 weeks ago.
Alright.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Not that one. 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's... God damn it. Oh, dude.
These 7 videos are Warhammer for Kids has a strong SJW feeling.
Okay.
Did
No.
SJWs ruin Deadpool 2? A movie review.
I'll hit.
Okay.
SJW bans customer for life for what? Actual footage. SJW's deplatform best-selling sci-fi author with lies. SJW comic store owner lies about break-in for virtual bucks. Every
Okay,
single
new
time I
topic.
give SJWs a break, I get burned. The comic
When has
book
he ever
driving
done that?
No, just let him keep going. I want to hear all these
The
titles.
comic book driving SJW comic pros, insane hilarious.
So, let's talk about SJWs in Deadpool 2. Because if that has anything to do with A, the running joke that Cable is racist, which is a joke. B, all of the gay, or C, all of the above, I'm gonna flip this table, because if I hear another fucking triggered fuckboy talk about how they made Deadpool too gay. Deadpool isn't this gay. Like, motherfucker, pick up a comic book.
He's been
is whatever-
pansexual for a while, hasn't he?
Oh, yes.
Deadpool can be whatever he wants to be.
Deadpool
So
has
he
repeatedly
chooses
talked
to
about
be
one.
Bob Ross.
Deadpool has spoken repeatedly in comics, in modern comics, about wanting to fuck Spider-Man. Who is 30 in the comics, by the way, before anybody says anything. And, like, so I love this. I love this, like, with the new movies coming out, where they're like, oh, they made Deadpool gay. It's like, they didn't make Deadpool anything.
They made Deadpool.
If anything, they just made him more authentic to his original incarnation.
I'd like to show you, welcome. I'd like to show you this comic panel of where Deadpool talks about wanting to fuck Thor. This comic panel in which Deadpool talks about the fact that Spider-Man is his soulmate and that he is his hall pass with his wife. I'd like to
What does that
basically.
mean?
It means that he can have sex with Peter and his wife won't get mad at him.
Did he just say that Deadpool was one of the highest grossing R-rated movies of all time?
The original one? I think it actually was.
Yeah.
People
Yeah,
were
I
claiming
think
it was
that's-
the first, but it wasn't. But it is
Yeah.
one of the highest grossing R-rated films, I believe.
Not the high. Yeah, no, I was about to say the highest. No, one of the highest. Yeah, I think so.
And definitely not the first R-rated superhero film,
No.
I believe.
I got into a fucking thing with a friend about Blade the other day. We were talking about Black Panther, and he liked Black Panther, but he was like, I'm so tired of all these black people talking about how Black Panther is the first black superhero. I'm so sick and tired of your bullshit. And I turned and looked at him and went, what? And he goes, everyone just keeps forgetting that Blade exists. There's a beat. And I just looked at him and he goes, what? And I said, I completely forgot that Blade existed.
Blade Trilogy's alright.
I completely forgot all about Blade. And then he got so mad. And I'm like, does it...
It's like the number 2 behind Passion of the Christ, so it's number 1.
They make There's a joke about that in Deadpool too.
Oh, Passion
he's-
of the Christ.
The fact that the box office scores is behind Passion of the Christ.
Good.
Also, everybody who's saying the movie isn't good can go and fuck themselves. Maybe it's not as good as the original. I could see why somebody would think that, but everyone who's like, oh, the movie sucks. Like, lighten up, have some fun.
Better save the film.
Everyone
Films are
says
good.
it's still really, really funny, but it takes a little bit to get going. I haven't seen it yet. Avi's kidnapping me tomorrow so we can go see it.
Can Avi also kidnap me?
Can Avi kidnap me?
You're at
Why would you
MomoCon.
want to not be at MomoCon?
Listen, as long as Avi can kidnap me, I'm fine.
Don't be an unappreciative bitch.
I like Avi, okay? He can kidnap me all he wants.
Is
I
there
would
some-
rather be at MomoCon because that's where my BF is right now.
I'd rather have Avi kidnap me.
Ship it.
Because
Good plan.
I want Avi to kidnap
Kisses.
me.
TPX Ave, start making fan art.
No. I just realized what happened.
Start making fan art. Go for it. Do it.
No,
Do it.
No.
Look, I checked the TKO stuff. There was, or like even the Drawful stuff, and it was like Brooke x Brooke. I was being shipped with myself, and I completely forgot about that.
But yeah, no spoilers for the plot, but yeah, that was one of my favorite jokes in the movie, is he makes a joke about, like, we're bigger than Jesus, and then brings up that it's because they're just behind Passion of the Christ.
I would like to not be spoiled to jokes if at all possible, because
Yeah.
I like experiencing jokes. It's like when the Lego
Okay.
movie spoiled like some of the best jokes in the trailer,
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to bring this up because I'm watching his review. His first positive point about Deadpool 2, um, they cat they cast an incredibly attractive woman to play Domino.
God damn it! I'm so fucking mad.
He's such a he is.
He's
Oh
such
my
a...
fucking god!
Okay, I didn't want to say this in the original video, but like having seen his video about cosplay in that video and like shit like this, I'm sorry. He's a fucking neckbeard.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I made the big Tao joke, but he's a fucking neckbeard. Like,
Anyway,
I do want to point out,
anyway,
I did like that they cast, I did like the aesthetic choice of casting the black actress and giving her the one discolored eye and giving her vitiligo. I actually really like that. Not because of an inclusivity thing, but I think it matches the aesthetic really well, better than the white and the black paint. I think that actually makes it look more natural, and it's really cool looking. I think that's a really good way to implement vitiligo.
yeah. I'm going to continue watching to see if he says anything about the quality of her acting.
I want to see if he talks. Tell me if he talks about Deadpool being gay.
I have a question for everyone else in the chat. Just based on the, I guess the people in my chat there going, would you want to go smoking? Or would you like?
I want to go to
I'm
Monaco.
sorry, I had to stop it. He literally says she does a really good job in the movie of being sexy and not SJWE and dumpy.
Oh, good lord.
It's like, yes. Her physical attractiveness is totally a talent.
By the way, she is
Okay.
amazing. By the way, she is amazing and wonderful, and she's a very good interpretation of Domino from the comics.
Yes.
For like an actual, real human being's opinion.
Okay, but what about
I'm
Paul?
sorry.
But what about Paul?
I love that bit.
I have to.
There's a fucking top tier bit with Shatterstar that I hope Ponder saw the movie, because Ponder will get the biggest kick out of the fucking bit with Shatterstar. Such a good 90s comics meme. I also enjoy the consistent shots at Rob Liefeld. It makes me very happy.
Why is that? Who's that?
He's the person who created Deadpool.
No, Brooke, I'm gonna link you a video. This is important. It's Stan Lee.
Oh yeah, just destroying Rob Liefeld for 10 minutes. I fucking love that video. He just fucking
I'd
puts
rather
like...
go like and retweet this vid. I mean, like Stanley saying that Tom Holland was the perfect envision for his Spider-Man that he made all those years ago.
No.
But that's
Someone
that's
who...
I'm
precious.
I'm gonna link two I'm gonna link two videos in the whatever.
Like, it's
someone
in my
who...
PMs if it's meant for, if you really want me to see it. Otherwise, I won't.
Okay, but I'm gonna
You
link it
do.
both in the chat and in your PMs because
You do, it's beautiful. You want to see that, it's
the
gorgeous.
first one is the full
The full episode.
It's the full episode.
As someone who used to tolerate his content till a little while ago, if the quartering isn't insulting women's looks, all he seems to do is call them pretty and never brings up anything of substance about them.
Okay,
Quartering is an idiot and doesn't
so-
deserve any attention. This is just gonna be the fucking everyone memes on Jeremy stream.
Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, like the comic.
Journey needs to get better standards.
Okay,
Stop sucking.
The first video is a comic book greats episode. It's where like Stanley takes comic artists, asks them to do something in 30 minutes, and
Design a character in 30 minutes, yeah.
yeah, and they just talked it out and stuff. The second video is directly what Stanley says during, like, Stanley taking shots at Rob Liefeld during the video, and the poster is none other than H Bomber guy.
It's just
Yeah.
beautiful. It's a work of fucking art of him
It
just
is-
slamming Rob Liefeld for like just 10 minutes. It's so good.
I should say by get better standards, I mean have standards other than she's pretty.
I mean, she is pretty, but
I know she's pretty. We can all concur that she is pretty. But what about her acting ability? That's important too.
She's very good, and like I said, for everybody who wants an actual opinion, she's very good in the film. I really enjoyed her portrayal of the character. She did a good job.
Megan
okay.
Fox is pretty but can't act for crap. So, like, you know,
She
No,
can
she-
at least be a decent distraction.
I don't want a distraction in my movies. I want a good movie with good actors.
Well, too bad. Fuck you.
I like the top
You're
better.
not allowed to have nice things. This is why we're not friends anymore. I meant.
We were
That's gonna be,
never
is that gonna
friends.
Be, is that going to be the running joke now?
Yes.
Damn it.
Oh god damn it! Every fucking time.
She could just have a smile.
I'll hit you with a brick.
Why?
I hate that one. That's one of the worst.
No. No. What?
Let me fucking tell you a thing. Let me fucking regale you with a story real fast. So, I have an anxiety problem. I've had it since I was a kid. I've had it forever. I don't like being touched. I'm a very physically sensitive person, so I don't
You
like...
accept a hug.
Yes, but like here's the thing. I don't like being... If I am told, like, I'm gonna hug you, or can I get a hug, I have no problems with that. So like if you ever meet me at a con or something, and you're like, can I get a hug? Sure, absolutely.
Can I open up my arms for a hug?
Yeah,
And, okay.
but like I've never... Like, I've gone to cons for years, and I've been glomped a couple of times while in cosplay, and I don't like that. I don't like being touched without my consent or knowledge. It makes me very jumpy. I was at the fucking hospital with my mother, while she was going to her physical therapy, and I'm sitting there drawing, I have my headphones on, and some fucking dude comes up behind me and puts his hands on my shoulders and looks at me and says like, oh, I like your art. And it's like, okay, thank you for the compliment. Don't fucking touch me.
You wouldn't have liked any of my professors. One of them, while you were painting, would sneak up behind you and just slam his hands on your shoulder, and you turn around like, "Are you gonna kill me?" And they're like, "No, good job." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks, but you didn't have to do that, sir."
Yeah, don't fucking touch me. I don't like... Like I said, if you ask me for my permission, or if you, like, I want to give you a hug, fine. If I see you coming, that's fine. Don't sneak up on me and give me hugs or touch me. I will lose my fucking shit. I am like a very anxious cat. If you touch me on the back when I'm not looking, I will jump out of my skin and punch you in the face. Don't fucking touch me. I don't... Like, no consent. I did not consent to this groping to be occurring. Fucking stop it. Don't be a shit. I'm down for a good consensual hug. But no. Can we have cat heat? Go for it.
Okay, Brooke.
Yo, what's up, my dude?
I want you to take a look at the second video and just look at the first 6 seconds.
I'm a little busy. I'm
J-
playing a video game, and it's a stressful video game.
What video game?
Wizard of Legend.
Okay, stop playing Wizard of Legend.
No, it's a good video game.
Okay, but what if you're playing a good video game?
This is a good video game.
I'm actually gonna change.
Everyone knows there's no good video games except for Metal Gear Rising.
This is the wrong layer. I was like, why is this not working? Oh, it's because this is the wrong McFucking layer.
I hate when that happens. I hate it.
I love stuff like this. Hue saturation.
Wait, okay, so because no one else answered my question, based on my friend group, would you want to go to MomoCon?
Yee! Absolutely, I would. There we go. That's closer to correct.
Thank you.
Had to warm up these colors a little bit because they were just not. They were a little washed out. But that's closer to what they were in person.
You can think and draw at the same time. So savage.
I wish I could do that.
And this is all improv too, so it's not like Stanley rehearsed any of this.
Stanley is savage.
He just
Stanley
he's just
Stanley is a legend.
he's railing on his fucking asshole the entire fucking video, and it's just wonderful.
It's not even like he's being like an asshole about it. It's just that's one of the best parts too. It's not like he's definitely like the comments are incredible, but he's not being
a dick about it.
yeah. If I can have my powers,
Let me unfreeze.
if I can have my powers in the chat, I would like to be able to post the link to the Stan Lee video.
This is the wrong
I
McFucking
promise
layer.
not to abuse my powers. I know that's been a comment in the past.
I like the By the way, we have canonically established in the streams, because I consistently say McFuck, that a McFuck is when you I'll do it after the stream.
Okay.
We've said that a McFuck canonically is when you eat a 20-piece chicken McNuggets and a half gallon of sweet tea completely by yourself. That's
Well,
a McFuck.
Now that I'm in MomoCon, I'm gonna do it.
I'm taking a break from drawing because back pain, and I'm lucky a chill stream is going on. Aw, thanks, Mita. Every time somebody's like, "Oh, I'm happy to see you stream," it just makes my fucking day. It's part of.
My only problem with seeing you stream is that half the time you're doing it when I'm busy.
I stream in the mornings. I'm sorry.
It's not that. It's just I want to be able to be here. It's not even that I have a problem with you streaming. It's just I want to be there because I like being here.
Wow. I
think
just
you're
got
good, Precious Bean.
obliterated.
I think you're good, Precious
Well,
Bean.
maybe you should be playing a good game. Like
You were
Metal
I
Gear Rising.
was about to say, if you were playing a good game, maybe you wouldn't get obliterated.
Maybe you need to play.
You
a good
clearly
game.
have never seen me play Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
Okay, just because you might suck, that doesn't mean it's not a good game. Also,
Ooh, snap.
Ethan, I have an idea. One day, we need to like have like a split screen where we are both playing Metal Gear Rising at the same time.
Watch me get fucking obliterated and watch TP kick ass.
Now, well, considering I'm playing a PC, and I have never played on PC before, not Metal Gear Rising, I might be asked to.
God, Senator Armstrong took me so long to beat. It was a pain in my butt.
Also, I really like how this character is looking so far.
Yeah, no, isn't she
I
pretty?
would-
Like
What
I
did you
just,
say you were drawing again?
I'm drawing, I'm drawing,
Abigail Princess.
I'm drawing like
Abigail
Avriel royalty or nobility or something.
Royalty, nobility, and even the rabble. I'm sorry.
I just had
I'm
this.
trash.
I'm running crit
I was-
damage with vampire glasses equals
I was going
win.
through I was going through some pictures that I'd taken forever ago, and I liked I
Okay.
got the mental image of these flowers I had seen and a cockatiel, and I was like, I need to make this a character.
Okay, so guys, it's been fun, but I'm gonna be heading off towards the convention. That being said, I'm not gonna leave the call because fuck you. It's just that whenever I get back to it's that whenever I go to mute, when I stop muting, you're gonna be hearing other people.
Oh no. Boop.
Assuming I unmute, if that's okay.
Go for it.
Okay. In the meantime, you guys enjoy yourselves, have fun, and also again, support Keaton, give her money, and also compliment her
No, fuck you.
because she.
Keaton is a good artist, and I appreciate her.
God damn it, Yuki.
Oh, he was a great artist. He was a great artist, and I appreciate her.
Get fucked.
God,
Fuck all of you.
tell Hunter keeps giving me money.
Okay.
So how was
No.
it?
No.
So-
Boone's back from hell.
He liked the movie.
But-
he purposely didn't spoil who the main villain was. But he said that he felt like they were a bit too laid back.
I would like to introduce him to a Deadpool comic sometime.
Yeah, he said he read the comics and remembered that character being a badass. I haven't seen it. I don't know who it is. And if you want to spoil it for me, I don't care. But I don't know if you want to spoil it on stream.
I'm not going to spoil it.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'm not going to spoil it on stream. I disagree. I don't care.
Yeah, just PM me. Just PM me who it is, and I probably will know whether or not he's full of shit. Instantly.
Okay, so I'm just gonna take a couple things with me.
But
doing a couple
but like,
characters.
here's the thing. Based on the name of the he spins at the beginning of the video. He builds up. It's like there's. It's like, did the SJWs at Marvel ruin this movie? And it's like, and the answer is no. He doesn't find any of the stuff from. Are you fucking serious?
No.
He
I'm
doesn't.
TP.
He doesn't find any of the He didn't find any of the. He said it was diverse, but it was naturally diverse. Blah 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 blah.
I don't... Okay.
And it's like, so basically the answer is no. Why bother putting that in your title? Just call it a Deadpool 2 review.
Also,
Gonna get the money.
I'm gonna sit here for a second and ask him what the fuck he's talking about, because there's 3 people of color in the entire movie.
Like, he points out the fact that there's like a Russian dude, and the black woman, and the lesbian, and the Asian lesbian. It's natural. He says it's diverse, but in a natural sense. And it's like,
Lick my
It's not
fucking
that-
ass.
It's not diverse because they are going for diversity.
Lick my fucking ass, Jeremy. You fucking cuck.
But Heaton, am I diverse?
I think so.
What the fuck? The answer is no.
TP's canon
now,
is
now at the very least, he's not one of those assholes who thinks that just because you cast a particular, just because the casting choices of a particular race. I wonder how many people are saying that Cyborg's casting is SJW bullshit. I wonder how many people who don't know Teen Titans are trying to say that.
He's
Oh,
always been
probably.
black.
Well,
It's almost like Victor's Blick.
At the very least, since the Teen Titans show, he's always been black.
I thought Victor.
Earlier incarnation.
I was gonna say I thought Victor Stone was always black.
He might have always been black, but I wouldn't be surprised to but I seem to recall him being white in like his early appearances in the comics.
Well, they changed it.
Fucking cares.
Hey.
Can I read something wholesome?
Read something wholesome.
Okay, this is an Iron Man and Peter thing. Tony, you got a great opportunity to talk about yourself, and you wrote about me. Peter, well, it was an essay about superheroes. Tony, Peter, you're my favorite superhero, Mr. Stark. Tony, we are so different, kid. Wholesome.
Okay.
So pure.
No, I have a story. Heaton and Boone have already heard the story. Twice. But does anyone else want to hear it?
Oh my god, hang on a sec. Can I fucking... So...
No.
So somebody posted a link in Mavi's fucking chat to an article from Polygon about the new Watchmen TV series. And I was laughing my ass off because, contentious opinion, I don't like Watchmen.
Oops.
But I'm fucking reading this open letter that the new writer the new writer wrote, and oh my McFucking god, I'm gonna be doing a text-based commentary because I'm so consumed with hate.
Okay.
I think the point in Jeremy's review that like just made me laugh was like, yeah, she did a really good job of not being ugly.
I have a question.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Am I allowed to retell the story of this morning? I just want to know.
I'm gonna say no because you already told it twice.
All right.
Jeez. It's noisy.
Whatever.
TP's on the streets.
Yeah. On the streets and burning in the trees. And I'm not kidding about that because I have.
Oh yeah, by the way, at the beginning of his video, he pretty much admits that the only reason he's making this video is because it has a small chance of being monetized.
Memes. Oh! So Boone, I'm gonna send you, do me a huge favor. I'm gonna send you, the screenshots of this open letter that I took because they're on his Instagram. So he wrote this open letter to the fan base of Watchmen because he's adapting Watchmen into a TV series. This open letter is 5 pages long. And it's a McFucking nightmare.
You know,
And
I keep on hearing you say that word, and I want, and I just want to know how much is a McFuck again?
A McFuck is it's when you eat 20-piece chicken McNuggets completely by yourself with a full half-gallon of sweet tea.
No, I thought it was 120.
Well, I mean, that's also a McFuck. Anything over 20.
Okay. Well, I just want to know how much it costs.
Did you do it? Yes. What did it cost?
That's
number 3.
You're number 3.
Yeah, this is 5 pages long.
Okay, you put them in the stream chat.
Yeah.
If you need someone to read all that, I will happily read that for you.
That should be the last one.
Hey.
1,
I have
2,
a question.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's it. So I need somebody to read these out loud.
I already volunteered.
So Brooke, if you would.
I meant also in your commentary, but I can do that right now as well.
Okay.
Hang on. Yes, TB?
Will Dr. Manhattan's plan be in the
Dr. Manhattan's not going to be in it at all. Just read.
Okay. Dear fans of Watchmen, hello there. My name is Damon Lindolf. I am a writer. I am also the unscrupulous bastard currently defiling something that you love. Well, that's not all that I am. I am a 12-year-old boy handed the first 2 issues by my father. You're not ready for this, he growls with a glint of mischief in his eye. My parents have recently divorced and he has gone rogue, so there I am in my bed, flashlight beam illuminating pages, watching the comedian fall again and again and again. The old man was wrong. My phone freaking fell. I am ready for this because this was written just for me. I am 38. A man offers me the opportunity to adapt Watchmen for television. The film's adaptation came out less than a year ago, but that doesn't matter. I tell him that I'm not interested and that perhaps that he should let sleeping dogs lie in the hopes that they will eventually be run over by a car tire, busting their stomachs. He does not get the reference. I am watching my father haggle with a man in a wheelchair. I am 15 years old. We were at a comic book convention in New York City. Long before attending a comic book convention was something anyone wanting to have sex with another person would admit to. I definitely want to have sex with another person. My father finally what is that word?
Harangues.
Harangues the merchant down $30 for
So
guaranteed.
as a pause real quick, I want to point out, because while I was reading this, I paused several dozen times to say this. I hate the fucking way that this is written, because the way this is written is so pretentious and snooty. Like, he's using, like, $10 words completely to sound smart. Like, it's the worst fucking part of this. Continue.
Okay. For a guaranteed authentic screenplay of Watchmen, soon to be a major motion picture. Now he reads aloud from the script as the Watchman, Battle Terrace as the Statue of Liberty. Something is wrong. The old man's brow furrows, scanning the text in a mixture of disappointment and rage. A child who has just been told that Santa didn't bring him presents this year, then robs the house and beat up his parents. What the? I'm not gonna swear.
Yeah, I hate that.
What the fuck is this?
My father mutters. This is the first time he swears in front of me.
Wait. Are you asking what is this? I don't know. What is this?
Another man offers me the opportunity to adapt Watchmen for television. I am 40 now. I tell him someone else has asked me to do this a year ago and I declined. He inquires why I said no. I tell him that Alan Moore has been consistently explicit in stating that Watchmen was written for a very specific medium, and that medium is comics. Comics that would be ruined. My phone fell asleep again. Jeez. For the comics that would be ruined if they were translated into moving images. Another man pauses for a moment and then responds, "Who's Alan Moore?" I am 23 and I am living in Los Angeles. My father flies out of New Jersey for my birthday and gives me a present, a new edition of the graphic novel that is Watchmen. He explains to me that this is the publisher's way of retaining the rights to the characters. He tells me that Dan and Adrian and John and Walter and Lori are all serfs working the land for the feudal lord that will never grant them freedom. My father is more than a little drunk. More so, he's a hypocrite for buying me that new edition. I know, he says the same mischievous lines from years ago, obscured now by thicker lenses, but so gosh darn good. Next one. This is a long paragraph.
Yeah, it's almost like he doesn't know how to break up sentences. By the way, this entire first page and half of the second page, completely irrelevant.
Good.
Actually, you know
Great.
what? Hang on a sec. Let me finish this line and then I'm gonna just read it. Because I know where I want to stop and talk.
TP,
Okay.
why are you in here? Don't you have convention to be?
He's at the
Well,
convention.
for the most part,
Yeah.
I was at my hotel room. I only recently met up with Ty and Mike.
Then hang out with them.
I want to hang out with them and hang out with you guys at the same time.
We'll be fine. We'll be here late. We'll be here 8, and we'll be here anytime. This is
Go
a
to
good
fucking MomoCon, you fucking tool.
Fine,
I will fucking break you because I want you to enjoy yourself because I can't. Okay.
Okay, so here, I'll proceed to read from here.
All right. Okay. To the people at home,
So this is page 2.
suck it.
There we go.
Are we on page 2? Yeah, we should be on page
Yeah.
2 by now. Okay. Yet another man offers me the
That was
opportunity.
rude. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
Yet another man offers me the opportunity to adapt Watchmen for television. Just a pilot, he says. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm 43 now, and I'm thinking about something I read about Orthodox Judaism. While most religions are cultivated by evangelizing and conversation, Orthodox Judaism doesn't solicit. If someone from another faith wishes to become an Orthodox Jew, they are rejected. If they are stubborn enough to ask again, they are denied even more harshly, but if they should have the audacity to ask a third time, the door cracks open. If they're willing to invest an immense amount of time and effort and sacrifice and faith, they are embraced into the fold. Why am I thinking about this? I've said no to Watchmen twice now. This makes me Orthodox Judaism. I cracked the door, and now I'm a hypocrite too. I want to stand by the fact that this is the same man who earlier in this letter specifically said the creator doesn't want this, I don't want this, the fans don't want it, but money. I'm standing over my father's hospital bed. I'm 29. You know what? I'm going to skip this paragraph. Because it's him talking about his father's death, and that has nothing to do with anything, so we're just gonna move along. I'm 45 and writing a letter to the fans of Watchmen. It's unnecessarily wordy, no shit, an exercise in oversharing, congrats, but nothing gets people on your side more than telling them about the moment your father died.
So wait. Hold on. So he's admitting that he only talked about his father, manipulate his audience.
Oh, yes! Yeah, that's absolutely what he just admitted.
Completely pointless.
Oh, totally. It's gonna get worse. Sharing such intimate details with strangers feels needy and pathetic and exploitative and yucky and necessary and freeing. I'm also looking for an elegant way to escape from this device of quantum observance, a device appropriated from Mr. Moore, so that I can speak to those fans from the bottom of my cold, thieving heart. Acknowledging the problem doesn't make you right. Perhaps I could switch from referring to them in the third person and shift into the second, thus bringing them closer to the first. Would that be amenable to you? Go fuck yourself. Nobody likes second person narrative, you fucking son of a whore. First and foremost, if you're angry that I'm working on Watchmen, I'm sorry. You may be thinking I can't be that sorry or I wouldn't be doing it. Don't tell me what I'm thinking. I concede the point, but I hope it doesn't invalidate the apology. It does, which I offer with sincerity and respect. God, this line makes me really fucking mad. Respect. That's second and twice most. I have an immense amount of respect for Alan Moore. He is an extraordinary talent of mythic proportions. I wrote him a letter, parts of which are not dissimilar to this one. I hate the fucking vocabulary in this so fucking much. Because I feel like I owed him an explanation as to why I'm defying his wishes, and to humbly ask him not to place a curse on me, because he knows magic and apparently he can do that. Point of note, that's actually one of the only things in this that made me crack a smile, because Alan Moore's fucking weird. His response, or whether he responded at all, is between he and I. Suffice it to say, even before I sent it, Mr. Moore had made it abundantly clear that he doesn't want anyone to adapt his work. To do so is hubris. Worse yet, it is unethical. Just gonna let that one sit for a second.
Mm-hmm.
There are a million ways to rationalize unethical behavior. I could argue that Mr. Moore's partner, the brilliant artist Dave Gibbons, is equally entitled to authorize access to his masterwork, and that he has been kind enough to offer us his blessing to do so. Or I could offer that Mr. Moore cut his veined teeth on the creations of others: Batman, Superman, Captain Britain, Marvel Man, He'll Never Be Miracle Man to me, Swamp Thing, and the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, not to mention the Charlton characters upon whom his Watchmen characters are based. So am I not allowed to do the same?
There's a difference. Hold on. There's a bit of a difference between what you described and what you're doing.
I would also like to take the briefest of moments to point out the two biggest problems with this. Like I said, this is going to be I'm going to make this into a full-fledged commentary. I'm going to sit down and write this out, but I have to yell about this as much as humanly possible. Fucking... Okay. First, no, he doesn't. The artist does not have rights to... The artist does not have rights to loan out the author's work. That's not how this works. Yes, creating a comic book or a graphic novel is a two-man job. These are facts, this is true. I cannot ask Chris Samney if I can adapt Mark Waid's story. That's not how this works. If he wanted to do some type of graphic arts project with the work that the artist had created, that Gibbons had created, yes, he is allowed to do that. He is allowed to give his blessing to have that created. He does not have the right, as the artist, to loan out the story that Alan Moore wrote. That's not his story. The art is his work, the story is not. So what the artist says in this particular case, with this particular point, doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. He was hired by the company to do the art, or he was selected by Alan Moore and was commissioned to do the artwork. It's not his work. He doesn't have the rights to do this. Now, here's the thing. The bigger problem with this is his comment of well, he wrote for Batman and Superman, etc., so he doesn't get to talk about this. Watchmen is his original work. By this definition, everything that Lindelof says in this whole letter is completely invalid. Okay. Everything that Lindelof says in this entire letter is completely invalid. He wrote Prometheus. So by that logic, because you worked on Prometheus, I can do whatever the fuck I want to Lost or to The Leftovers, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. You wrote somebody else's work. You wrote in somebody else's world with somebody else's characters. So now I can publish a work with Lost that's whatever I want, and you can't say anything about it because you wrote in somebody else's work. So you have lost your right to your own original property, which is disgusting. I've heard people say this before.
In this case, it's whether it's the publisher having the rights and wanting to make the adaptation. But...
Yeah, but this is what I'm telling you. This isn't a case of legality. We're not arguing about legality. DC took the rights from him against his will. It was shitty and it was gross. But the thing is that DC has those rights. Legally, DC can do whatever the fuck they want. The problem isn't with him legally. The problem is him saying Alan Moore is morally incorrect for saying that he, as the creator, doesn't want those things done because he worked with somebody else's work.
No,
That's not his place. He can't. This is what Alan Moore wanted with his work that he created. Legally, they can do whatever they want. Alan Moore can't stop them. But you can't tell somebody that they can't be upset because you worked with somebody else's character, so you're legally not allowed to be upset. Fuck off. Eat shit. That's not how this works.
And he even admits that right under it.
Yeah. There's a million ways to rationalize this unethical behavior. Or, no, I already read that. No, I'm not. I'm not allowed. And yet, I am compelled. I want to stand by the fact that that next sentence invalidates nothing because it's the equivalent of an anti-insult. I could say this. I could. But I'm not gonna. Despite the fact that you did. You did say it. Fuck you. Eat shit. I am compelled, despite the inevitable pushback and hatred I will understandably receive for taking on this particular project. This ire will be maximally painful because of its source. God, I'm just gonna keep... Because I'm not gonna do this in the commentary, but I'm gonna do it while I'm reading it live. God, I fucking hate the way this is written. What a pretentious cunt. That source being you. The true fans. I hate this one, too. I once said that if one were a true fan of something, they weren't allowed to hate it. A prominent writer took me to task for such heresy, arguing that just because one was the creator of a show, this did not permit them to pick and choose who was and wasn't a fan of it. The writer went on to win a Pulitzer Prize for television criticism. I went on to get snubbed by the Razzies for Prometheus.
So you admit that you're a bad writer.
Yeah. I don't... First of all, congrats. Second of all...
I mean, I will agree. Prometheus was snubbed.
I hate this mentality because I've heard people that genuinely believe that. If you're a fan of the series, you have to like everything that comes out of that series. This was that mentality that I got into that fight with that dude on Twitter. Is how can you say you're a Daredevil fan if you hate Man Without Fear? No, that's not how this works. I'm allowed to be a Daredevil fan and hate Man Without Fear. I can hate whatever books I don't like.
Hey, this just in, Dragon Ball fans, you're wrong for hating GT.
Yeah, no, you're not real Dragon Ball fans because you hate GT. Hey, Gundam fans, you're not real fans if you don't like SD Gundam. As such, I concede this point too. Okay, I hate this for two reasons. One, I'm reading them as anti-insults because that's what it is. It's him saying, I want to say this, but people will get mad at me if I do, so I'm just gonna take it back in the next paragraph. But if it's not that, why the fuck would you even write it? Why the fuck is it in here? Like, it doesn't contribute to anything.
Now, in this case, it's like, look, I used to have this mindset, and these are reasons why I now feel that mindset is wrong.
But what does that mindset contribute to... I'm sorry that you're mad. What does that contribute to this? Nothing. It contributes nothing. It has nothing to do with anything. Why the fuck are you talking about it? If it's in here, it's relevant. Or it should be. Welcome to Fluff Writing 101. Welcome to why Prometheus was snubbed at the Razzies. Also, his grammar's the worst. As such, I concede this point too. After all, even the most fervent, lifelong fan of, let's say the New York Jets is allowed to shout at the top of his lungs, "You suck, oh my god, you suck," and do so while wearing a replica Namath jersey purchased for an ungodly sum of money that may or may not... No, wait, hang on, I have to read this the way that it's written. After all, even the most fervent, lifelong fan of, let's say the New York Jets is allowed to scream at the top of his lungs, "You suck, oh god, you suck," and do so while wearing a replica Namath jersey he purchased for an ungodly sum of money that may or may not have constituted his entire paycheck on Nash Bridges. That's one sentence. That's one sentence. There is no punctuation in that. That's one sentence. I hate... He's a bad writer. You write words for a living. Why is your sentence structure so bad?
Because people told him that he could write.
But the point is, you love Watchmen, and that gives you the right to hate it too, because no matter what, you're still true fans. I hate this next line. This cracks me up. This is so fucking stupid. But to quote the immortal P.W. Herman, I know you are, but what am I?
What? How does
That's
that
it.
have any relevance to anything
that-
he's been saying?
That's, by the way, for those of you in the stream, I didn't make that up. That's in here. That's in the letter. He quotes Pee Wee Herman. I know you are, but what am I? Just...
What are you, 7?
I'm just gonna let this go. Just gonna go. What am I? I think therefore I am. Fucking goddamn it. I hate this. It's so pretentious. That's not in there. I made that up. What am I? I'm a true fan too, and I'm not the only one. That's 2 sentences. It should be 1 sentence. I'm a true fan too, comma, and I'm not the only one. What I love most about television is that the finished product is the result of what is the result not. God, this sentence structure is garbage.
Comma. Put a comma there.
What I love most about television is that the finished product is a result not of singular vision, but the collective experience of many brilliant minds. That's not grammatically incorrect. It's just really bad. It's just a bad.
There should be a comma after result if he's going to phrase it like that.
Yeah, but there isn't. I have the pleasure of sitting in a writer's room, trademark. I'm gonna do that a couple of times in this, because he capitalizes, he capitalized the letter writer's room, capital W, capital R. So writer's room, trademark.
Not Jane Smith, why?
Each and every day. I have a headcanon, by the way. I wanted to make this joke back when Jaden Smith was still on Twitter, that he was secretly Kanaya from Homestuck, because he writes exactly the same way that Kanaya does, where she capitalizes every word in the sentence. So Jaden Smith's tweets, ghostwritten by Kanaya. And every day that is... I have the pleasure of sitting in a writer's room each and every day that is as diverse and combative as any I've ever been a part of. God, I hate the way this is worded. In that room, hetero white men, trademark, like myself, are in the minority and as Watchmen is incorrectly assumed to be solely our domain. Understanding its potential through the perspective of women, people of color, and the LGBT community has been eye-opening as it has been exhilarating. That's all 1 sentence. Look. One person of color in the whole story, as far as I can remember, that is like a main central character, and it's the little black kid who sits at the newsstand. There's no LGBT people in it. There's 2 female characters that are prominent, that have actual names. The first one exists to be raped, and the second one is primarily a love interest. This is by design. I'm not saying that Alan Moore is a sexist, chauvinist pig or whatever. It's by design that this is the way that they're labeled, because it's a product of the times, whatever. It's thematically appropriate for the story. But this is incorrectly attributed to the story. No, it's not. No, it isn't.
No,
it's not.
Incorrectly assumed to be. Oh yeah, no, that wouldn't be incorrect.
Yeah, that's not incorrect.
Sorry, his sentence structure is so fucked. I'm very confused as to what his actual fucking point is.
Exactly. We've committed to doing the same in front of and behind the camera, and every single person involved with the show absolutely adores Watchmen. I want to stand by this. Once again, this contributes to nothing. And it's just a paragraph of him virtue signaling. Don't be mad at us. We have women and the gays and the people and the POCs in our writer's room. So don't be mad. Like, this has nothing to do with anything. It contributes nothing. It invalidates nothing. It's just, we are progressive. Don't be mad. But in the spirit of complete honesty, we also want to sort of, disrupt it. I hate that he does. By the way, this is something that I can't properly simulate. He does this thing that like teenage authors do, where you want a line or a sentence to be impactful, so he'll start a new paragraph. So we also sort of want to new paragraph, disrupt it, new paragraph. So disrupt it is its own paragraph. Despite the fact that making it a new paragraph isn't grammatically correct, because disrupt it isn't a sentence. It's a sentence fragment.
If he's like, to be fair, actual authors do that too. But
They do, but he does it the way that teenage authors do it throughout this entire thing, where he'll have paragraphs that are like 1 or 2 sentences, but like 2 or 3 of them in a row because he wants them to be important.
But when you do it a bunch of them in a row, it becomes, well, nothing's important because all of it is.
It also just reads badly. Except I hate that word now because it's... No, I'm sorry. Except I hate that word because now it's not disruptive anymore. And how can I present... Should be 1 sentence, comma, and... How can I present as punk rock when I'm now cozy in bed, spooning with Warner Brothers, HBO, and DC? You pointing out the problems doesn't make it not go away. Like he does this throughout the whole thing, where he does this self-deprecation of like, I'm sorry, but apparently I'm not because I'm a shill. And it's like, yeah, you consistently pointing out that you're a shill, like, doesn't make it better. Because you're still trying to justify it. Like, this isn't like a lighthearted, like, I'm bad, sorry for being bad. This is an, I'm bad, but here's why I'm not bad, is like the way this entire thing fucking reads. So like every time he self-deprecates, there's like another paragraph right underneath it of him going, but you know. So, like, when I'm now cozy in bed, spooning with Warner Brothers, HBO, and DC, and then the next sentence is, truth be told, everyone here, particularly Jeff Johns, who is as big a fan as it gets, have been extraordinarily supportive. So it's like, it's self-deprecating, and then invalidating the self-deprecation in the next line. It's like, okay, it's like if that commentary that Brooke did with Silver, right? Where Silver would self-deprecate and then you would positive context.
Yeah.
It's like if he did that commentary completely alone, it doesn't work. Like, it doesn't mesh. You don't get to self-deprecate and then qualify what you're doing anyway in the next line. It doesn't work that way. You can't do that. Either you're wrong or you're not. Like, don't do this. Don't be this guy. Hello. Sure, it's fun to kick around the comic corporate overlords for exploiting writers and artists, but we all know what happened to Jack Kirby, and we're still first in line for every Marvel film. I want to Okay. Jack Kirby was treated terribly by Marvel when he was a writer, and there's no bones about that. He was. The era he lived in and worked in was bad, and he was treated terribly. But Jack Kirby is also considered one of the greatest comic authors, if not the greatest comic author to ever live, behind Stan Lee. Yes, he was treated terribly, but as time has developed and as that time has passed, his work has been recognized for what it is, which was genius and amazing and wonderful. And I'm not saying that undoes what was done to him, but what it does do is it means that he's not still being treated that way. And authors are not still being treated the way Jack Kirby was back when he created the properties he created. So what I'm saying is, motherfucker, are you comparing yourself to Jack Kirby? Are you comparing your maligned, Watchmen pilot, your fucking fanfiction, and we'll get to why it's fanfiction later on in this fucking letter. Are you comparing your fucking fanfics to Jack Kirby? Jack,
Please.
creator of Captain America Kirby.
Please explain what happened to him, because I am unaware.
He was thoroughly... He didn't say the gays, but I've jokingly said the gays. It's so fucking... The fucking... He was just worked to the fucking bone, and he was treated poorly by the company. I have to look up the details. I know he was treated very badly while working for Marvel back when he still worked for Marvel. I don't have the...
Actually, it sounds like he's comparing Alan Moore to Jack Kirby.
Well... He shouldn't.
He's comparing his fanfic to the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah. I want you to sit down and re-examine your life choices, first of all, if that's the case. If that's the case, this is worded poorly because it immediately follows up him being like, yeah, I know I'm a corporate shill, but we remember what happened to Jack Kirby, so why do we still do it anyway? So it's like, either you're comparing your shitty Watchmen fanfiction to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or you're comparing yourself to Jack Kirby. Both of these are dumb. Both of these are fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I hate this so much. So, how do we answer the challenge of when it's appropriate to appropriate? The answer is... appropriate.
To, like, accentuate the...
Get the fuck out of this stream, Boone.
The answer is never. The answer is never. The correct answer is never. Yeah. And here's why I say the correct answer is never. Because to appropriate in this context, this is one of those things where a social definition needs to be enacted to a certain extent. To appropriate someone else's writing is to use their writing to supplement your own. Don't do that. Don't do that. When you're doing professional work, don't fucking do that. The answer is never. It's never appropriate. Because what this says is one of two things. Either A, I'm taking it for brand awareness so that people will like the thing I make, or B, my work doesn't stand on its own, so I need to appropriate something that everybody likes to make them like my work more. Don't do that. Don't fucking do that. Don't do that. In your professional work, don't do it. The answer is never. It's not appropriate. Don't fucking do it. Unless you're commissioned by the company to write about somebody else's work, or if you're commissioned by a comics company to specifically write for a certain character, don't do that. Which brings us to the most important part, which is why it's 3 pages into this 5-page open letter.
4 pages.
No, it's 5. Oh no, we're 4 pages in, thank you. Which brings us to the most important part. Maybe the only part that really matters, which is why there were 3 pages before this one. Our creative intentions. That should be a colon. The only part that really matters, colon, our creative intentions. Not another sentence. This is bad. How does somebody who's this bad at composing a written letter, like, fucking, this is a professional.
He wrote Prometheus.
Okay, now here's where this starts to fucking lose me. I love this. Here's where this loses me. We have no desire to adapt the 12 issues Mr. Moore and Mr. Gibbons created 30 years ago. Those issues are sacred ground, and they will not be retread, nor recreated, nor reproduced, nor rebooted. No commas. They will, however, be remixed.
What does that mean?
You shouldn't have included recreated because recreating and remixing are essentially synonyms. So that word inclusion was bad. Also, no, you're not, because he specifically says later on in this that he's not going to use canon characters from Watchmen, so you're not remixing it at all.
You're making something set in the universe.
Yeah, that's
Sad
not...
story.
Okay,
Oh.
Hang on, let me just shorten this letter. Okay, let me start at the beginning. Dear Watchmen fans, it's not a fucking adaptation, it's just set in the same universe. We're not actually taking Alan Moore's work, we're just using the universe to create something new.
Oh no, wait, it's gonna...
Told us to.
Oh, no, wait, it's gonna get stupider. Because the bass lines in those familiar tracks are just too good and we'd be fools not to sample them. Those original 12 issues are our Old Testament. When the New Testament came along, it did not erase what came before it. Creation, the Garden of Eden, Abraham and Isaac, the flood. These should be in parentheses, not individual sentences. It all happened. And so it will be with Watchmen. Should be a comma, not two separate sentences. The comedian died, comma, Dan and Lori fell in love, comma, Ozymandias saved the world, and Dr. Manhattan left it just after blowing Rorschach to pieces in the bitter cold of Antarctica. To be clear, Watchmen is canon. Just the way Mr. Moore wrote it, the way Mr. Gibbons drew it, the way the brilliant John Higgins colored it. I hate the Mr. Moore and the Mr. Gibbons. It's such, like, false, empty respect. It's just so it comes off as so condescending. Also, I love that you're comparing big fan, of using a Bible metaphor for your shitty Watchmen pilot. Big fan of your sub-tier metaphor. Love it. It's great. Not pretentious at all. No, totally not pretentious at all. And then in the next page, the first sequence of the next page is, but we're not making a sequel either. So if you're sampling bass lines, air quotes, for this shit tier metaphor, then what bass lines are you sampling if you're not making a sequel? Like, it's not a remix if you're not making a sequel.
It's just something else set in the same universe.
The story will be set in the world its creators painstakingly built, but in the tradition of the work that inspired it, this new story must be original. It has to vibrate with the seismic unpredictability of its own tectonic plates. God, I fucking hate that metaphor so much.
That's fucking...
It must ask new questions and explore the world through a fresh lens. Most importantly, it must be contemporary. The Old Testament was... I hate that he continues this Bible metaphor. The Old Testament was specific to the 80s of Reagan and Thatcher and Gorbachev. Ours needs to resonate with the frequency of Trump and May and Putin and the horse that he rides around on shirtless. Okay, this is something I said in the chat, and it's something that I consistently stand by. Yes, because modern America can't resonate with an actor who was considered unqualified, running the country, causing problems with the country, being scrutinized for doing things that were considered illegal, and turning the political scene into a shit show, while the threat of nuclear war loomed on the horizon, and we had alienated our enemies because of him starting a war that we didn't want. No! America can't resonate these days with Reagan-era 80s. No. Nothing is relevant.
That whole thing about history repeating itself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
History repeating itself implies that we didn't learn from history.
Well, Obviously, we didn't, since it was like 2 decades ago, 3 technically.
Here's the thing about that.
No, it doesn't resonate in the slightest. I don't like. He keeps saying like it has to be contemporary, or like implying basically that the original work, while good, is dated. It's really not. Like it's not really. The story's about the fact that absolute power corrupts absolutely. It was that they were loved and admired, and that went to their heads and they became incredibly bad people. That's a pretty universal message. Like, I don't understand why that has to be updated. Like, and even so, that being said, why does it have to be contemporary? Like, there's no justification as to why it needs to be contemporary. He just says it has to be. Like, because why couldn't you set the series the moment after the fucking giant psychic squid gets dropped on New York? Like, why does it have to be now? Like, it doesn't. There's no justification as to why that has to be the case.
Because then he can justify not calling it a sequel.
I think I brought this up to you, Heaton. He would have been better off if he was saying if he was making an original story and said it was based off The Watchmen.
That's what I said.
By.
Yeah, I said that in my big long tirade yesterday. Like, I was like, why couldn't you just say that this was based on The Watchmen and make your own fucking thing? Why couldn't you? Why do you have to?
And if DC's like, we want a Watchmen thing, we don't care if it's like, if it uses a bunch of the original stuff, then why didn't he just say, hey, DC wanted a Watchmen thing, I didn't want to fuck with the original, so I'm making something...
Go ahead.
I don't think
I'm making something new set in the same world. I hope you guys can accept that.
A, I don't believe that's the case. B, that would require him to not be a pretentious twat waffle for 10 seconds. And
True.
C, because nobody wants to admit that they're compromising their creative integrity to do something that they know is morally wrong by all creative standards.
Yep.
And he's just trying to like this extends into, I was talking about this the other day. People who knock down a wall to steal a Banksy, this is the same premise.
And
like,
also,
like when you remove something or alter something from the context in which it was created, with the authorial intent being that this is this medium, this is how I want my story portrayed, this is the medium matters. You can't just remove it from that context because you have lost what made it good in the first place. Moving forward. And speaking of Horsemen, the end of the world trademark is off the table. Parentheses, The Leftovers now streaming on HBO Go. I didn't fucking add that. That's in this document. This fucking shill for his current running series is in this fucking letter. You can look this up on his fucking Instagram. This is in the letter. Which means heroes and villains, as if the two were distinguishable, are playing for different stakes entirely. I hate this. I hate this so much. This happens a lot. Is people use this play on, like, are heroes and villains indistinguishable when it's a superhero story? Yes. The antagonists in the story are very clear. They're very clear.
Well,
it's the comedian in Rorschach.
In Watchmen's case, you know, Watchmen operates on shades of gray. So in this case, it's at the very least.
Okay, this is a personal belief then. I really don't think it does. I think the minute that Rorschach cuts those dogs' heads off and throws them through the pedophile's window, he stops. He'd like this character is an antagonist. This character is chaotic evil. We need to sit down and understand that.
So I probably write better examples of Shades of Grey.
I would say so. I think that fucking V for Vendetta, something that Alan Moore wrote, has better shades of grey. This is playing for different states entirely. The tone will be fresh and nasty and electric and absurd. Many describe Watchmen as dark, but I've always loved its humor, worshipping at the altar of the genre whilst simultaneously trolling it. Yeah, I don't know why anyone would describe Watchmen as dark. That scene of Rorschach torturing the pedophile? No, it's totally that prolonged rape scene involving the comedian.
What?
Yeah, I don't know why anybody thinks Watchmen is a dark story. I don't understand why people think that. Why would people describe it as dark? I don't know as a dark story. I don't know what you mean. It's not like shit tons of people die, really bloody, painful deaths, and bad things happen to the protagonists of it consistently. No, I don't know what you mean. The past century of costumed adventuring trademark through a surprising yet familiar set of eyes. And here it is where we will be taking our greatest risks. Okay, a surprising yet familiar set of eyes. It's going to probably be, if I had to take a guess, I'm going to say that it's Night Owl. I'm going to take the shot in the dark right now. The lens is Night Owl. It's either Night Owl or Ozymandias. One or the other. It's not going to be Silk Spectre because that's the one that makes sense. I would say, actually, now that I'm thinking about it a little bit harder than I was earlier this morning, the answer is Ozymandias. He's going to be the framed narrator character because he was the antagonist in the original Watchmen, and that's going to be his surprising revelation, is that the character who has the big monologue about being a hero is going to be the person who talks about heroes and the way that they've changed. Either that or he's going to bring Rorschach back from the dead. One or the other.
Or do something else fucking stupid.
Yeah, one or the other, if not both. Risk is imperative. I need the feeling in my stomach before I leap from a great height without knowing the depth of the water below. If my body should shatter upon impact, at least it was in pursuit of glory. And let's be honest, isn't there a small part of you that wants to see me explode like a fleshy watermelon? That part of me is not small. It's very large. In fact, I would call it 90% of my being at this particular given moment. Also, my mom pointed this out when I read this to her. She said, I love the way that this is worded because it's watch my shit anyway because you know it's gonna suck. It's attention, pay attention to me. But hopefully there's also a part that wants to experience something sort of amazing. Get fucked. Jesus Christ. As for what I want your validation. I also want not to want it. Attention. It's all about me. I also want not to want it. I've given up the opioid highs of Twitter, but continue to score my methadone in the threads of Reddit and the hot takes of morning after recappers. Get fucked. The opioid highs of Twitter. Jesus Christ. I'll be reading and watching and listening to what you have to say because even though I wish I didn't, I deeply care about what you think. Which brings us, thank God, to the end of the missive.
My name's Blurryface and I
care what you think. By the way, I didn't add that. It actually says, which brings us, thank God, to the end of the missive. That's in the letter. I didn't add that. Endings. I'm great at them, says the man who wrote the ending of Lost.
Stop. Prometheus.
No, I think that was being sarcastic. That's sarcastic.
God, I hope so.
I really hope that was sarcasm.
Oh God, I hope so, because if it isn't, that's fucking unfortunate.
You're worse at endings than Gendy Tartakovsky.
Ooh. He also wrote the ending of Lost.
Yeah.
A wise blue man once said that nothing ever ends. But maybe he wasn't wise. Maybe he was just scared and alone and sad that he would outlive everything and everyone he ever loved. So I hope this isn't the last time we correspond, fellow fans. After all, it's just a pilot and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. But maybe, if everything works out the way I hope it does, and you're willing to give me a chance, it's not the end at all. It's the beginning? With respectful hubris, Damon Lindelof.
Look,
With
if-
respectful hubris. Yes. Mhm.
Just say that DC wanted him to make something set in the Watchmen universe.
See, that's the problem, though. If you say that, then it will just boil down to then why are you listening to DC? And if you say, oh well, Fox ordered this, then why are you listening to Fox? Well, they ordered this, then why are you going so out of their way to not make it as much to Watchmen? It will still boil down to every other issue. Like, what was it? There are two sides of this coin. There's Damon being a cuck. I'm not even going to take that away from this situation. And then there is the extremist being extremely unreasonable.
No. Here's why I'm gonna disagree with that, Caden, and say that in this particular argument, this is completely justified. Because in the beginning of this letter, he specifies that he was approached 3 times with this offer, and the first 2 times he said no. The first 2 times.
Down to why didn't you say no the third time? Why didn't you
Yes.
keep saying no? This would still
That's my
would
point.
come with problems.
But that's my point, is the issue with this, as far as I'm concerned, is that if he had just said, they cut me a check I couldn't refuse, I don't have a problem with that. Fine, fair. You need to feed your kids.
They wanted me to make a Watchmen thing, but I didn't want to adapt what the original was. So
Yeah, extremists. Yeah, extremists are gonna bitch about it. The reason I'm bitching about it is because he went out of his way to clarify, I know the fans don't want it, I know that the creator doesn't want it, and I know that this is a slap in the face to the creator for me to make it, and that I've said no to it twice, so nobody's putting me in a contractual bind where I have to do it, but I'm doing it anyway.
I mean, that's just it. He's indicating.
No. I think you might get me wrong here. I'm not saying saying this. I'm saying like the extremists. That's all I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, then they don't matter. No one cares. No one gives a shit. Fuck now.
No matter what, people are gonna bitch. Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, nobody fucking cares.
See, that's just it. It's in this case, it's not about like. See, I'm not on an extreme Watchmen fan. Like Alan Moore said this, or you can't do it. Like, and it's like, but it's like, well, he's showing some respect to Alan Moore's original vision by at the very least creating something else within that universe. He's still using the universe, but he doesn't want to step on what Alan Moore did. And it's like, okay, I can respect that. If like this just comes across as a bad way of saying that though. Like it's like I get the point, but it's like you could have said this much shorter and gotten less flack.
He could have come off as less of a pretentious douche.
Yeah, this whole thing, all this reads to me as is I wanted a paycheck and I need to morally justify to myself and to the fan base why I'm doing this. That's all I can hear.
You said he comes across as a pretentious dick. Again, Prometheus.
I think Heaton, you said he also wrote Lost, right?
Yes.
The ending of Lost.
No, he wrote Lost, the entirety of Lost.
Yeah, you don't have to say Prometheus. Lost. If you want pretentiousness, Lost. The entirety of Lost.
Yep.
Like Prometheus was dead on arrival on that one. The Alien franchise is rarely done right. By my recollection, there's only been 2 movies that did it right. So
The
it's
first and second Alien movies exist. Yes.
Let Kate talk.
Holding your breath on the Aliens movies being good and not pretentious, especially, is wishing for too much. No,
The thing is, they
Lost
didn't even
isn't.
promote the Prometheus was an Alien movie. Like, seriously, you don't find out the Prometheus is about the Alien franchise until the end. They had to hide the fact that it was an Alien movie in order to get people to watch it.
They did actually do that. I remember that in the marketing.
Because in the marketing, I'm like, oh, this looks like an overly pretentious sci-fi movie. And then I'm reading online, it's like, oh, it's actually set in the Alien universe. Like, yeah, okay.
Here's my ticket, please go fuck yourself. Like,
It's like,
so...
there went my interest in that movie.
This comes across so disrespectful and disingenuous to the creator purely because he acknowledges the creator's wishes. And says, yeah, fuck you, I'm doing it anyway.
And it's
Like-
very possible that the first 2 times he was approached about it, it's like I don't want to do an adaptation. And then the third time, it's like, look, we don't want you to do an adaptation, but we want you to do something new in the universe.
See, that's implying that he did that. There is a third. You said he was working on Prometheus. You said he was working on movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if he was just too busy at the time.
There's a distinct possibility. There's no way to know if anything that he says in this about why he said no is true. There's no way to know.
Yeah. It's
Short of the studio approaching and making a statement, there's no way to fucking know if he said no because he was busy or because he has creative integrity. But we can sure as fucking God's got sandals tell you he doesn't have it now.
God has sandals?
she's quoting a show.
It's a Letterkenny quote.
She finds an excuse any time to quote it.
Everybody needs to watch Letterkenny. Not enough of you are watching Letterkenny.
It's a Canadian show and it's hard to come across.
It really is hard to watch it. Not because it's Canadian. Well, it is partially because it's Canadian.
It's because it's only on. It's because it's only on Crave TV.
Because Canada's not real, Heaton. Canada's not real.
Where the fuck
knows
does Ponder
that.
live?
She doesn't. She lives in the 41st state of America.
For a split second, I thought you were gonna take this in a completely different direction and say, "Yeah, she doesn't. She's dead.
She's dead.
She doesn't live. She's dead."
I'm just gonna quote my favorite. Okay, so one of my favorite movies is SLC Punk. If anybody has the time and they like just 1980s punk movie and all that shit, watch it. It's great. What was it? What was it? One of the characters was screaming about what was it? Britain and Canada is basically just another fucking state of America. It's just a 51st state or some shit. I'm like, you know what? Partially, yeah.
Accurate.
The only difference between Canada and America is in Canada their second language is French.
There's also no fucking shoulders on their roads, which is ridiculous.
And Tim Hortons. The only good thing about Canada is Tim Hortons and Ponder, and that's it.
Fucking love Tim Hortons and Lieutenant Eddie.
And Lieutenant Eddie.
Lieutenant Eddie lives in Canada.
And the
as
Weekend.
What?
well.
And Mavi.
Okay,
Never.
Mavi's fair.
And
Keaton,
Matt.
I swear to God. Eaton?
I mean, are they good enough to be considered making Canada okay?
Yes.
Maverick is a good bean.
Then let's just get the good bean out of the bad country and move them to a better country, which is obviously not America
But they're
right
already in a good country.
now. What I hear not all the time. Like have you heard about the Canadian dollar?
Have you heard the story of the Canadian dollar?
It's been
They have free
diving
healthcare.
really hard.
It's
Look,
a shame.
aside from their dollar value falling hardcore,
But
I would like to remind you, Heaton, that we would not have the theme to Black Panther if not for the weekend.
Yeah, but
that's not justification for an entire country.
yeah.
Wait,
I
the
would like to
weekends?
remind you that he also has made multiple songs with Daft Punk.
Yeah, but Daft Punk is the good thing about those, not necessarily him.
He's
Da-
good.
Daft-
He
okay.
is good.
Daft Punk is French though, so
Yeah, but Daft Punk is good.
And Canadian is French Canadian, so
All hail our robot
Also,
overlords.
also, Caden, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Chris Jericho.
Well, they live in America now. That doesn't count anymore.
They're free.
Chris
They're
Jericho's
free.
from Winnipeg, you idiot.
Yeah, but he lives in Florida, you dumbass.
Fair. He's got you there. He moved from Winnipeg to Florida?
Yeah.
That's a
That's
fucking...
how
Why did he
bad.
move to that?
That's how bad Canada is. You'd have to live in Florida for better conditions.
That's a fucking side grade if I've ever heard it.
He moved to Florida because
Oh,
the
hey, there's also the best Canadian wrestler, Chris Ben.
who? Actually, no. You know what's the worst part? Before he passed away, he was living in Georgia.
Yep.
Ooh. I mean...
So
Also, the Insane Clown Posse made a song called Chris Benoit because, of course, they did.
Poor Benoit. Bring back Benoit.
Bring back Benoit.
For those of you who
Oh,
don't
the
know what the
best-
fuck we're
oh, by
talking
the way,
about,
the-
look it up.
The best Canadian professional wrestler, Lance Storm.
The best Canadian wrestler, Triple H.
True.
Best Canadian wrestler, Triple H.
The best Canadian wrestler, Rey Mysterio.
Oh god. I can't talk about it because it's my next review and I don't want to spoil it, but I'm going
Sucks.
to another niche shooter. I will say that much. It's a shooter nobody remembers.
I feel
Except
like
for some fucking reason me.
you were posting about this on Twitter, and I feel like, if anything, that's where your fucking niche is. Is, like, things that are dark and kind of edgy and weird, oddly niche, forgotten shooters.
It's because niche shooters either A, need more attention because they're actually good, or they're just hot garbage. And the game I'm playing is, well, hot garbage.
Hey, Caden, who's your favorite Canadian wrestler? Mine's Jinder Mahal.
He's actually Canadian.
Yes, he's actually Canadian.
My favorite Canadian wrestler is Santino Marella.
Is that person actually Canadian?
He's actually
Yes.
Canadian.
Weird. He doesn't sound like he'd be Canadian.
See, the joke with both of them is that Santino Marella plays an Italian, and Jinder Mahal pretends he's actually from the Middle East.
Well, I mean, they are an ethnicity, not Middle East, by the way, India. They're by ethnicity in these areas. But that's the problem with pro wrestling sometimes, is if you're just that ethnicity, go along with it. But they almost did that with Mustafa Ali. They almost made him go in that whole entire direction until they were like, oh shit, he's posting things online. Abort, 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 abort. It's promoting being from Chicago. We can't do this.
Whoops.
My favorite Canadian professional wrestler is Roddy Piper.
Oh, yeah,
It's Roddy. I was about to say, I can't tell if the meme is that they pretend to be something else or they're not actually Canadian.
My other favorite Canadian professional wrestler is Rocky Johnson.
Okay, now he's just making shit up.
No, I'm not.
The only pro wrestler that I like is Brandon Williams.
Rocky Johnson was born in Amherst, Nova Scotia.
Weird.
You're in Nova Scotia.
Oh, so he's
take
really
that.
Canadian. If he's
I
from
just
Nova
got
Scotia,
notification.
if he's from Nova Scotia, he's really Canadian.
Really, really Canadian. He's the Rock's father.
Really?
Yes.
Fascinating.
Go to the grocery store and buy that cream cheese Danish for me. Thank you.
Cream cheese Danish?
Heaton, I have an idea. Oh, sorry.
What is your idea?
Okay. So, we're obviously missing MomoCon, and that sucks. Right?
Yep.
It's whatever complications in our lives prevent us from doing anything. So, here's my idea. If things go well in my area, I'm gonna leave it as vague as that because I don't want like too much of my personal life to be out in the public. If things go well in that area and my finances do start looking up,
If your
I'm
porn
going to
career
be-
takes off, yes.
if my porn career takes off and this mustache finally grows out again, but yeah, if I financially get to a better state, I'm going to buy tickets for myself, of course. I'm also going to buy tickets for Loudon. I'm also going to buy tickets for Scarlet.
Of course.
If I can swing it and we can get everything, if we can get all the personal complications done, I'll be buying tickets for Blaze.
Of course.
I will also be buying you tickets for during Christmas, if that was the case.
Aww.
So that would be my early Christmas present. Granted, you're gonna have to find your own way for transportation. I'll try to help you guys out with. I could try to help out with a hotel and all that stuff.
If you give me
If you don't
enough
mind waiting
time,
a few
I'll be able to.
years until I can move up there myself. Large road trip down.
Hell yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, Heaton,
Welcome.
you were saying so?
Welcome to Minnesota, where the weather is unpredictable and consistently makes me want to die.
I only want to go to Minnesota for you, Holly, and Soko, mainly Soko, but mostly you too.
Soko lives in a really nice area.
So yeah.
Welcome to Minnesota, where, God, I wanted to make a Whose Line Is It Anyway joke, where it snows all the time and the forecasts don't matter.
Okay, you know what? This is a meme, but it's actually the most accurate thing I think I've ever heard.
It's true.
Well, change it from snow to rain, and you pretty much got Tennessee.
Okay, so here's the thing. I need to talk about this. There was a fucking... So in my... Not in... Like, not exactly where I live, but in my area. The weather had been, like, super unpredictable for, like, a week. Like, the weathermen would report it, and it would just be wrong. They would just report, and it would just be incorrect. So, motherfucking... people...
Jesse Eisenberg.
My dad told me... Motherfucking Jesse Eisenberg. My dad told me the people in the nearest city had been sending fucking death threats to the weathermen because of how inaccurate the broadcasts had been. And I can't blame them. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's shitty. Don't be that guy. Don't do that.
Don't
But
send your death threats to him. Send it to me.
send me your death threats. I want your death threats. I want your fan art, your fan letters, and your death threats. And
One of those things is not like the other.
Don't forget to go to my P.O. box to send me a bomb.
I want your meteorological based death threats.
So specific.
I want my weathermen's death threats.
They're doing their best.
They can't predict the future. They can only tell them what the fancy future machines tell them. And if the fancy future machines are wrong, then that's not their fault.
Except when it is.
Don't burn your weathermen in effigy. They're doing their best. They're doing their best, and that's really all we can ask of them. Why would you ever go to Orlando for anything other than, like, Disney World and
College.
like
WrestleMan.
need?
Yeah.
No, there's better colleges.
What was it?
There's always better alternatives than fucking Orlando.
Well, I mean, if if you're going to MomoCon with us, you're going to Atlanta.
I mean, yeah.
You know,
Well,
saying Orlando
no.
for
I'm gonna be
for my
completely honest. We're going to the black area of Atlanta in a certain way. We're gonna hit that line. I went to a Walmart nearby Atlanta, nearby MomoCon, and whoo boy, it's in the middle of the ghetto.
Is that where all?
That just reminds me, because I watched a lot of Nickelodeon growing up, where it's like, oh, enter the sweepstakes and you can win a trip to Orlando, Florida.
Oh yeah.
Who the fuck wants to go to Orlando, Florida?
There used to be a time when going to Orlando,
Old people
Florida.
is correct.
There used to be a time when going to Orlando, Florida was considered a good thing. No, now not so much.
Then
Florida
people
man
got
lives there.
brains. What
I
was
don't
it?
want to go back to Florida, Orlando. Or I don't want to go back to Orlando. Florida man lives there.
Florida man.
With his bath salts.
I could look up Florida man right now.
I'm a big fan of our
Bill
Florida
Bill
man.
isn't here, though.
Doesn't matter. I could still do it.
I'm a very big fan of our Florida man.
Florida woman with no license but plenty of marijuana crashes into a sheriff's patrol car at the jail.
That's nothing.
I like the specification.
But plenty of marijuana.
But plenty of marijuana. How much is plenty?
I'll be back in about 7 minutes. New Friday nights.
Cool.
Florida man invites locals to lay down in grocery store for 12 minutes as a protest.
Would you just lay down on the floor?
Just lay down on the floor.
I don't want to lay down on a grocery store floor.
Oh my god.
Oh, all of these are
Uh-uh.
real. Welcome to
Yeah.
Florida.
Our Florida man, yeah. Florida woman beats neighbor over dog going to the bathroom in yard. Finds out the hard way that a golf club is considered a deadly weapon.
Why, what's
A
Golf
considered a
club.
deadly weapon?
A golf
Oh.
club.
Dog shit
Florida
in my
man
yard.
arrested.
Get fucked.
Florida man arrested for threatening customers with a stun gun while yelling at "Get out of my country."
Okay, every time I hear, like, threatened with, for some reason my brain defaults to not to, like, threatening to use it, but, like, threatening to, like, throw it at them for some stupid reason.
Wait. I gotta force one. Florida man and Florida woman sue McDonald's because they had to pick the cheese off their own quarter pounders.
I mean,
That sounds like something someone would do up here, to be honest.
It sounds like
mean-
something somebody would do anywhere.
don't put cheese on my quarter pounder if I ask you not to put it on my quarter pounder.
But you don't have to sue them. You could just go up front and say, "I asked for no cheese."
Yeah,
But here's the thing. If you have like a cheese allergy or something,
what does that change?
Yeah, it doesn't change anything. What was it? Florida man bit his dog to establish dominance.
Fucked up my lines. Bit his dogs. Dudes. Good lord. Why would you do this?
Florida man arrested for telling kids on playground where babies come from.
Hey man, if their parents don't want to do it, it's not his fault. Somebody has to
I
teach
like-
these fucking children.
I like how this other one goes. Florida man climbs playground equipment, tells kids where babies come from. So it's just a man hanging off monkey bars, like, you want to know where babies come from? Shit.
I just pictured like a grown ass man hanging off of monkey bars and just screaming the word dicks. That's the
it.
image that my brain conjured up.
Let's see. Florida man killed by exploding vape pen.
I mean, here's your fucking Darwin Award, dipshit.
Vaping is deadly.
Can I get on a tangent thingy?
Florida
Sure.
man after one sec. Florida man alert officers sending out fake zombie alert during power outage.
God damn it.
Zombie alert.
Yes, Yuki, your tangent.
Tangent. They're doing Care Bears now. Yeah.
Okay,
And over.
actually good though.
I see the. This is. the
Do
thing,
I
though.
see finger guns in that picture?
Hell yeah, you do.
How do you don't question? There
guns are good fucking shit.
And the thing is, I like the redesigns. They're really appealing.
I was about to say, I like the look of them. They're cute.
They remind me sort of anime, kind of, but not really.
They remind
Yeah.
me a little bit of Gumball.
A
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
Hit me with another one.
Florida man punches several strangers at grocery store at random.
Why would you?
I'm
I've
not
heard
reading. I'm not reading the one after that because that's not funny. That's actually disgusting.
I've heard about this. Like, I've heard about people just running around randomly punching people. Like, why the fuck would you do that? What do you gain from just randomly hitting people?
Have you ever been to New York? It's so satisfying, apparently.
To randomly punch people?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yuki, how much
Florida man.
experience do you have with randomly punching people?
I have not randomly punched people, but I've seen people do it, and it scares me. And every time I go to New York, I'm like, it's gonna be the day they punch me.
Wait. Florida man caddy assaults opponent during golf tournament.
I mean, fair.
Florida man tasered after running naked through storm.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on, I have a joke to go with the last one. A man chooses a slave base.
God.
A man chooses a slave obeys tased.
No, it was
I meant for the golf caddy thing, but I'm glad I still got you guys to laugh.
That as
I knew
well.
you were talking about the caddy. Florida man considered. What? Florida man considered dead since. Florida man considered dead since 2003. Ordered to pay $2 million in child support.
Is he not dead then?
One sec.
Is this like when the IRS sends money collecting to a dead relative?
No, I need to know more about this one in particular. This is a writing prompt.
He disappeared in 1993 and was thought to be dead. He was arrested 2 years ago for identity theft charges.
Oh, fucking Jesus.
So, that's a sentence. Florida man dies after altercation at Publix.
After altercation?
Publix is a grocery store, for those who don't know.
An altercation.
Florida man.
An altercation at a grocery store, and he died.
That's the question. Florida man and Florida woman steals Walmart scooter, ride it to bar. So they stole the scooters from Walmart and they rode it to a bar.
I mean, I gotta respect the hustle. I have to respect the hustle.
Florida man tasered after walking naked through neighborhood carrying cooking oil.
Why? He's minding his own goddamn business. If he wants to walk around naked and carry around his cooking oil, if he wants to have a good, sexy, slippery time, there's no fucking... The United States of America should allow this man...
Public decency laws.
Florida man sheriff's deputy accused of stealing action figures from Walmart.
Wait, a deputy was accused of stealing action figures from Walmart.
Yes.
Okay, I'm making sure that I understand the context of the sentence. That's beautiful and wondrous. I love everything about that. I love everything about that sentence.
Florida. I think this is the last. These are the last two to run off of. Florida man climbs onto roof at Wendy's, goes crazy in his underwear.
Florida man.
These things are these things not mutually exclusive?
You guys don't do this? I thought everybody did this.
Is this not a thing that everyone does?
Florida man forced people to drive him around to get drugs.
Hey man, if you need
You
your
hold them
crack,
at gunpoint. You will
Florida
take
man-
me to
Florida
go
man
get the
bit-
singular cocaine.
Florida man bit his dog to
To
establish dominance.
we've already read
Yeah.
this one, and it's amazing and wonderful,
Yeah.
and I love everything about it.
We've been reading it for like the past 5-10 minutes.
If you want to
Beautiful.
just see me crack up, if you want to get me laughing, just read off Florida Man headlines.
Florida Man headlines, like, my things are like shit like this and fucking Nihilist Arby's. I don't know why Nihilist Arby's makes me laugh as hard as it does. It probably shouldn't. I should be concerned, but boy howdy is it fucking funny.
Okay, Dante, if you want me to read off Florida Man headlines, go follow me at Caden Marks on Twitter and go to my YouTube account. Also follow me on Twitch. It's Caden Marks, one word.
No, but for real though,
Here, there, everywhere.
like, I've always wanted to do one of those reading Reddit videos. They look like so much fun.
Yeah, I'd join in on that video.
Florida man killed by exploding vape pen. Medical examiner.
Already did that one.
Read that one as
Already
well.
did that one.
Gonna have to go down a little ways.
I want Steven in a video to be reading off the best D&D stories, because whenever he always finds the most interesting ones.
Steven is a top tier narrator.
I wanna read that one again about the mutants and mastermind. That was my dad sneezing. If you heard that.
Ooh,
And it was
thunderstorm.
like about the least superhero and how the superheroes in that campaign were complete and total dicks, and they totally one-ups them, and it was fantastic. I want to see if we can find that again, because that story was great.
Gabe the Green providing me with a beautiful work of art. Florida man attacks with ninja sword over missing socks.
By the way, there's a great joke in this episode of Friday Nights. If you guys want me to play it.
Please do.
My favorite commander? Probably Yidris. Why? Because he's a big burly boy. And Cascade is sweet.
You just is a big burly boy. Pass it on.
I think that's it. I think I'm done.
I thought you were for a second. I think I'm done. I think I'm done listening to this stupid shit.
I think I'm done. I think I'm done with your fucking bullshit. I'm pretty sure. No, but for real, I think I'm.
It's super pretty. She looks like she likes hugs.
I'm gonna warm up this.
Post it all the places so then I can like it in all the places.
Yes.
All the places, all the faces.
The dress looks beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
Does she like hugs? That is my question.
Most likely.
Good.
So we're gonna
Elf
do
bird
that.
lady should get all the hugs.
And we're gonna do. I'm just gonna do my last little
Florida-
touch-ups to the line art
The
here.
man, Florida man, the hero that we need, but the one we don't deserve.
The Florida man, the hero that he thinks we need, but no.
But no, we really don't.
No, I would prefer not.
This is one of my favorite things to do now. I really like colored line art.
I want to do more of that because it helps make it look a lot softer, but I don't know how to pick the colors for that. I'm never good at it.
I can help.
I technically, I usually double multiply. So I go over the darkest shade. I go over the darkest color in the corresponding piece like you saw, and then I go multiply over that, and then that's the color I use for the line art.
Typically,
I didn't saw. I'm on phone. I'm on
And
phone in bed.
And if that color is black, then then I go a little bit lighter than the darkest color. Or I go just straight up with the darkest color. More often than not, I'll just like if it's pitch black, I'll just use the darkest color in the shading. I'd beat the fucking shit out of them, Stalking. Don't we went over this earlier. Don't fucking touch me.
But can I hug you?
Yeah,
Not you.
like I said, if you ask and you're polite about it, I'm more than okay with that. If you fucking touch me without my consent, I'll beat the fucking shit out of you. Don't fucking touch me.
Okay, no glob hugs, got it.
Whenever you come down here, it's gonna be a bit weird. I don't know how to react. So
Don't
no
hurt me.
hugs.
You're much.
No hugs within 10 feet distance away from Heaton. Do
Wait.
not dare.
Don't hurt you. Let's see. What?
Aiden, what did we say about playing with fun guns?
What?
Only in churches.
Only in churches in North Carolina.
Terrible.
For the record, I'm just quoting Ryan from Conker's Bad Ka Day.
Alright,
What what did I just say about breakdowns?
What did I say about breakdowns?
Only in churches. Alright. So, Brooke, you ready for that trip? I'm ready.
What trip? This is news to me.
Oh, yeah, that's right. If you see
trip
anybody
to
that
St.
looks similar to me in your town, just ignore them. Yeah.
What a weird
Just
coincidence that
ignore
would be.
What are you talking about? Are you telling me things that don't mess with me? I'm easily messed with.
No, what? No.
Don't
no,
bamboozle
you're
me.
crazy. You're crazy.
I love that. Don't mess with me. I am easily messed with.
So, wait, Caden, when is it that we're taking Brooke to Satan Funland?
Has the plan been
See,
exposed?
that I can tell is a joke, but I can be very dense sometimes. So if you're actually
no.
coming to California,
No, if I was coming to California, I'd let you know.
I love that. Don't mess with me. I am easily messed with.
it's true.
There's just something funny about don't mess with me. I am soft.
That sounds like something I would say.
Yuki is very soft.
There's some on the shoulder there.
Why am I soft?
You were a good soft
that's
bean.
That's pretty much how everybody reads Hadrian's threats.
I kill people.
Easily.
Who is
Gentle
this
pets.
sassy gay child?
Don't you try to scare me. I'm easily spooked.
Basically.
Don't try to see. I love that even though Hadrian's like an actually threatening character, the fact "don't startle, don't mess with me, I'm easily messed with" is like actually accurate. Don't try to bamboozle me. I am easily bamboozled. I am small and impressionable.
Don't fucking sneak up on me like that. That's easy to sneak up on.
So soft.
Don't. All that goes through my mind is the vine of the. I almost dropped my croissant.
Ah, you
Oh,
almost
fuck.
made me drop my croissant.
There we go.
That thing. There we go. I'm terrible.
Complete.
I'll go fucking kill myself. Okay, where's it going?
It's a croissant.
Croissant.
Okay, let's see.
I took French for 3 semesters. Don't hold me up like this, Yuki.
I maintain that my favorite
Wait,
fucking.
Caden, don't do it. Don't do it. That's the wrong gun, man.
You're right. I get the real one. Okay. There we go.
My favorite.
No, don't jump. Okay, now jump.
I maintain that one of the best things that's ever happened on my fucking stream was it was like last week when you were talking about Blaze. That was so adorable.
What happened?
I was joking with you because you were talking about like promoting Blaze and promoting her GoFundMe. And I was making fun of you and I'm like, Caden's gay, he wants to take care of his girlfriend. And you just go like, I'm sorry that she's the love of my life. And then you just got really fucking embarrassed.
It was disgusting, okay? Even for me.
Caden is adorable.
Haha, Caden loves his girlfriend.
No. Blaze and I have had those moments really like bad where we fall into the standard mushy relationship tropes.
Yeah, it's
and we
pretty
just
gross.
like look at each other. Yeah, we just look at each other. It's okay. We gotta stop. Just.
Yeah, they can be really gross.
Yeah, I know. You're acting like I don't know this.
And we are done.
Yay.
Done. Done.
May I touch your butt? No.
Before the stream ends, Stocking Fan asks, what if you were a Jewish person?
Okay, can I tell a fucking story about this?
Oh no.
Sure.
I actually have a fucking story relating to this. So my mother, my mom is convinced that I am a reincarnated Jewish woman. Because I started using Yiddish slang before anyone had taught me what the words were. And when I was like really little, when I was like 2, I was using like Yiddish terms, and my parents were like, "Where did you hear that?" And I looked at them and went, "Nowhere," because I hadn't heard them anyplace. But my mother said that the moment she was confirmed that I was a small Jewish lady, a small Jewish grandma in another life, was when, so I went to Washington, D.C. forever ago. And we went to the Holocaust Museum, which was my request. I wanted to go there. And there was a woman who was presenting, and she was a survivor. She was there. She was showing people the number written on her arm and talking about her experiences. And so we just sat and we listened to her for a little while. And then she turns around, or she looks up from what she's doing, and she looks right at me. And she points at me and goes, "You." And I said, "Uh-huh." And she looks at me and she calls me over, and I go over to talk. Like, she'd been in the middle of talking about something. This was out of nowhere. She goes, "You," and calls me over, and I said, "Oh, okay." And I walk up to her, and she puts a hand on my shoulder and goes, "Shouldn't you be in school?" And I was like, it's MEA weekend. And because as a kid, I didn't know that that's not a statewide thing. And I was like, it's MEA weekend. And she looked at me and went, "Oh, all right." And she sat there and made small talk with me like we'd known each other for years. For like a minute and a half. Like, she asked me if I was there with my family, and then she asked me how my parents were. Like, she just sat there like I knew her. For like way longer than we expected. And my mother was just blown away. And she's like, "Do you know this lady?" I go, "No." It was very strange. It's a very strange encounter. It was nice. It was very wholesome. But it was weird.
Wholesome encounters with Heaton.
Why is everyone in the CC so amazingly adorable? And also the only place I hear about positive relationships. Hell ye, though. Also, okay, I want to tell you I want to end the stream on an actual, like, really wholesome encounter that I had. When I was, like, 5, I was very small. There was this stuffed rabbit that I wanted that my mom wasn't gonna buy for me for whatever reason. And I was kind of sad, and I was like, "Oh, no rabbit for me, no bunny." And this woman, this grandma with her granddaughter, grabs one rabbit for her granddaughter, sees me, takes another rabbit off of the rack, and hands me the rabbit, and goes, "Here." And I looked at my mom, and my mom looked at me, and I took it, and I said, "Thank you." And she walked up to the register and bought it for me.
Ah.
It was really good and wholesome. My mom offered to pay her back, and she was like, "No, no." She says she wanted it. I'd do something nice for her. And we were like, "Aw, thank you." And it was just a random act of wholesome kindness, and that's something that I've remembered to this very day because it was just so good and selfless and sweet. I got a free stuffed animal and I still have it. I still have that stuffed animal. Because every time I look at it, it makes me feel happy. It reminds me that there's good people in the world.
Aww.
I keep things like that, stuff that reminds me of good, wholesome experiences.
And then Caden's eye. That's the next thing we gotta keep for wholesome experiences.
That's where I want to end the stream, is with sharing a good, wholesome story. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry that I got sidetracked again. For a stupid long amount of time. But I'm glad that everybody liked it. I think the picture turned out good.
It looks pretty.
She turned out cute. I'll have to give her a name.
Beelzebub.
I think we should... I think this weekend is Titan's Legacy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this weekend's Titan's Legacy.
We have Titan's Legacy, Albtrum, and Arakashi.
Wait,
Hell-
we haven't done the beta in a while.
Hell yeah. We haven't, but I'll talk about that off stream. But, yep, so Saturday night will be Titan's Legacy on Twitch, like it always is. I'll post a notification. I'll post a stream announcement. I also will probably stream Stardew Valley tomorrow night as well. Because I like streaming when the house is quiet. So yeah, I'll stream Stardew Valley on YouTube. But I'll be streaming Twitch.
Personal file, or are you gonna try and round up Meba and Steven as well?
Either or. It depends on who's available or what I want to do. We'll see. I recorded. I also wanted to plug this so people are on the lookout for it. We also recorded. Red and I recorded the first episode of Authorial Intent, which should be up probably the middle of June. It'll be up when I get back from my trip. I'll upload it when I get back. And that's good. Our topic was us talking about the use and abuse of dark subject matter for your narratives, how we do it, how we recommend you do it, and how you don't do it. Read as Red and I yell about Magical Girl Sight and Once Upon a Time for 20 minutes. And Boone and I recorded our first episode of Dungeon Mastery, our D&D advice podcast. We gave our top 5 just general tips and tricks. I've set up a couple of different things for that. So if you have like D&D questions as both a player or as a dungeon master or both, Dungeon Mastery podcast.tumblr.com, and then just Dungeon Mastery by itself on Twitter. Send your inquiries to either one of those. We also accept emails at dungeonmasterypodcast@gmail.com. We'll be collecting those for our first actual Q&A episode.
Which would, or possibly a Q&A at the end of the second episode.
Either or. We'll see how many we
I
get.
think if you had a regular question segment at the end, I think that would be good.
Yeah.
I'd agree, and possibly if we have like a whole bunch of them, we could like do a Q&A episode.
So if you have questions, if you want to know how do I DM, how do I become a better player, how do I make a character, how do I
How do I tell my boyfriend not to die?
how do I tell my party to go fuck themselves when they're being stupid? go to.
You see, you gotta let them try to romance the catfish before telling them just to try and cross the stupid river because it didn't work.
Heaton Mitsuru says she's ending the stream on something wholesome. End stream with plugs. Yeah. Lies.
Plug,
My plugs are perfectly wholesome. Thank you very much.
And I can't plug shit. I see what it is.
But yeah, that's it for today. Look forward to the Stardew stream. Goodbye.